the fact that it kind of seems, unless they play these guys as offlaners, I guess, which Earthshaker has been played as an offlaner quite a bit, but C4 supports in the first phase is very weird.
Yeah, it definitely does. I guess Sand could be an offlaner. I think he's better than in an offlaner than a support, but he's, that 4 role is so. That 4 role can actually farm a reasonable amount in the current meta, which is pretty interesting. You're definitely seeing more ridiculously poor 5s and more farming 4s than the other way around.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Sand King is the most played hero right now at the major main event.
Yeah, that Sandstorm is crazy good. Crazy
27
good.
games. I think his skill set's pretty good, but his win rate is not reflecting that right now. 27 matches, 44% win rate.
It's him and
Earthshaker
Nix,
is
right?
faring much better. Well, I think this is the main event.
5 seconds remaining.
That I'm seeing on this page right now. So it reset the numbers. Nix was the most picked earlier. I don't know why I'm getting different numbers than I am now. Dota buff, you're killing me here. But anyway, these heroes played a lot. Earthshaker is faring better. He's sitting about 60% win rate, which is kind of interesting to me because I feel that he's the worst of the two when it comes to like being able to farm. But at the same time, he probably needs the least amount of items to be. I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
Man, I tell you what though, I just feel that like Earthshaker's awesome when you're doing well, and awful when you're playing behind, right? Like he is not a hero.
Sand King's not that much better though, right?
Well, at least Sand King I feel can do some stuff. You got Caustic, you got Sandstorm, you can still be a menace. And you're under-leveled or under-farmed on Earthshaker. It just seems like you have a lot less capability in fights.
Yeah. You can still use your alt as Earthshaker though. Like Sand King, you're not getting that alt off if you don't have.
You can
like,
at Sandstorm. Depending on the situation. Like Sandstorm does give you an opportunity to get the alt off.
Yeah, I guess that. I don't know. I guess that's not a crazy assumption at in pubs, but that's assuming there's no vision.
Well, no vision or AoE stun, which there totally could be, but at least you have a potential of getting it off. It's not a for sure thing by any means. But even with Earthshaker, depending on, if he starts waddling in and you see him coming, you could CC and burst him down too. So they both have vulnerabilities without the Blink Dagger for sure, but man, that Sandstorm in the middle of a team fight, even just the damage in him just walking around putting Caustic and then maybe getting a stun off does actually a lot of damage. But I will also say the Bristleback handles, I'm like 99% sure the Bristles quills go through Sandstorm.
Yep.
And then Juggernaut's Omni Slash is pretty good against Bristleback. That's about it though. I guess the armor's pretty good. That's actually a decent hero to deal with him, but it's not going to come online right away. Oh, that's interesting. Is it? Oh, it's got to be a carry void Bristleback offlane.
That could be the other way around too, depending on the matchup that you want to put out there. Not sure I'm a huge fan of this.
That's kind of how I felt too.
AA Void, there's a lot of synergy. They're going to need a mid hero that's going to be able to hit things in the Chronosphere. So Queen of Pain is still on the board, so she'd be a big one. I know Lina is being played more now. Maybe a Leshric? It doesn't seem really like LSC's playstyle, but they need something that's going to be able to provide good damage. Like, they kind of lack damage right now.
They have a lot of slow damage till Void gets farmed. I guess really once they
Bristleback can get a ton of stacks late.
Once they get some items, they have some good damage. But boy, till they have items, it's kind of a slow burn.
Yeah, they don't really have a hero that's like primary goal though, is like to do damage, right? Void and Bristleback are both kind of like utility carries.
Void's really all about the Chronospheres too. He can do some chasing once the fight kind of breaks up, but he's not going to go head on like Juggernaut has the capability of doing.
Mission Critical recognizing what I saw too with that Queen of Pain. I think that was probably the best option, one that Tar plays a decent amount.
Yeah, I definitely
synergizes
agree
well with the
that.
queen.
I think the queen.
Medusa
really
could be a
good.
pick here, actually. I think that would be really good.
I think the only problem with the Medusa is it's again a slow burn until items come online. LSC's gonna have to do a really good job, and they do have the capability with the bristleback to create space, but you're gonna have to.
They don't need the other two heroes to be farming though. Like Void just needs a level 6 so he can chrono, and Bristleback is going to be tanky basically no matter what. I think they can create enough space for a Medusa. They need something that's going to provide right-click damage. They don't have it right now. Honestly, they don't really have a lot of like magic damage either.
I don't know, man. They don't
really hit buildings that well either.
They don't really
so,
have
like,
the supports to protect Alina either. That's the other one I was kind of thinking of, but I think she'd be way too vulnerable. Yeah,
they have really good team fight damage.
SK just, I don't think she'd stand any what of a chance against a Slardar SK with the blinks.
Yeah, I think Medusa's the best option. They could go with like a Viper as well. Wouldn't be terrible. But again, it doesn't give them a ton of damage.
Dire team pick.
Okay, yeah. So similar concept. Right-click hero. It comes online a little bit faster. I wonder if they're gonna go the Greaves build on the Shadow Fiend, and then like have Bristleback get like Crimson, and just have auras for days.
Storm Spirit. Choose your hero.
Storm Spirit. Okay. Yeah, I have to say I think I like Mission Critical's draft a little bit more, but
I did until the Storm Spirit. I mean, I guess the play is like it's not gonna matter. Like Storm Spirit's probably gonna lose its lane, but as long as it doesn't get just absolutely destroyed, and then Juggernaut gets put too much pressure on, that he should be in pretty good shape.
Well, I don't think Storm gets rolled in that lane at all. Like I think it's fairly even.
You think so?
Yeah.
Feels like Storm would. I mean, until he gets to 6, Shadow Fiend's just gonna make him his little.
I mean, you can't stand in raises, but he's gonna be able to farm just fine. There's gonna be very little kill potential unless he stands in raises. For either side, as long as the Storm's good at avoiding the raises, he's gonna be able to farm as much as he needs to. Shadow Fiend has really low base damage, so he really relies on that the stacking nuke damage in order to both get last hits and to harass the enemy hero out of the lane, and it's difficult. So I think it's probably comes down to mechanical skill. I would say hero to hero, it's fairly even.
And now the first game with the new. Oh, they need some like cool music to play the whole time, I think.
Oh, it tells you their win-loss too. That's kind of cool.
Oh, that is neat. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those lanes are fairly even. It's going to come down to what these off lane and safe lane cores can do. It is going to be the off lane Bristleback and the safe lane Void. This is a pretty LSC classic. I think that in general it's not that good, but these guys play it really well. Interesting. Lich is going into the safe lane. Not what I would have expected.
No, not at all.
Not sure who the support is in this bottom lane because neither of them has a ward. I would assume that it's the Slardar because Treads and Blink are queued up on the Sand King. I think... I guess you have the Slow and the Sinister Gaze to hold for spins, but...
Having some minor difficulty here. I get it figured out here pretty quick. The chat spam's back. That's always good.
Welcome back to Battle Pass season. We've got high fives and everything else. So that fissure is not going to connect, but Veraxis is going to be able to get that rune all the same. So LSC will pick up 3 of those to start out with.
Absolutely perfect.
No first bloods or anything like that. So could definitely be worse. Tar already getting stick ferried out here. Oh, that's a magic wand. That's an early magic wand. That's interesting. definitely a good item to have in the lane. I just don't know if the upgrade is really necessary at level 1.
There we go.
I think I would probably prefer to ferry out regen or maybe a mango or 2. He goes for the upgraded, what is that, extra 3 charges and, or no, oh wow, it's 10 extra charges and 3 extra regen.
Alright, sorry about
I actually
that.
didn't realize
Don't
that it was
know,
10 charges.
Don't know what was going on there, but Dota is behaving better now. Our camera was super janky. Me and Legion were talking about that. We're watching someone else cast, and their camera was just nice, buttery smooth. It's about the buttery smooth camera.
It was during Pub Crawl, which if you didn't watch that, it was
Oh, that's
amazing,
right, it was
and
amazing.
you're gonna need to tune into the next one, which we need to probably figure that out. Maybe this weekend?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe this
Yeah.
weekend, for maybe during the night.
Come for some nighttime dotes. Watch us be ridiculous and make terrible jokes. Well, more terrible jokes than we normally do.
Oh man, there were some great jokes. I don't even remember them. That's the only bad thing.
These lanes are pretty passive. It's kind of surprising. We do finally get a stun with Crush coming out from the Slardar. It does look like he is taking the farm, or they're actually kind of splitting it. Almost exactly even.
Sand King's going for treads. Is that a thing?
Yeah, he had that queued up, and I wondered the same thing.
I mean, to be honest, I don't
Oh wow,
think I've.
we instantly put down here, and the bash onto the AA is going to turn that around a little bit. The Cold Feet not going to be able to proc.
I was thinking about it, I don't think I've actually really paid attention to what Sand King's getting in boots, but I don't think me personally I would go for any right click, and that's kind of what treads provides you, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it gives you a little bit of tankiness with that strength, but I don't know. I think Tranks or Mana Boots are going to be better, like almost.
I think you can
100% of the time.
I think you can make a really good bait on both of those. Like, I think they both have merits, but I can't imagine not doing those two.
Yeah, it is quite odd. I'm gonna cast this and pull up a couple games on Dota Buff and see what I can see.
Oh, and I look away. Tar grabs first blood.
So not avoiding those raises. As I said, that is kind of key there. He did take 2 of those.
Oh, got some high fives in lane. Oh, they're just spamming the high fives. Love it. Not getting any CS, so
has
they're
gotten his bottle already though, and is the same level, so he really doesn't lose that much by dying there.
pretty much just gives up first blood gold.
Yep. Which isn't great, but like you said, the biggest goal for Storm Spirit in the lane is just to hit 6, and once he does that, he can start moving around the map. He can also start jungling if he needs to. You know, if he dies a second time, that's what I would kind of expect. It's a little unfortunate that they don't have supports that are able to leave the lanes, because both the Shadow Fiend and the Storm are heroes that want to clear jungle stacks. In the top lane here, Veraxis is going to get spun on here. He just only has 1 level of that Bristleback. He's going to get slowed by this ice armor. Might be okay. I think that Jug could have gotten that kill with another right click or 2, but instead, Joey Wag is going to take that kill. Earthshaker hasted up in the mid lane. He's going to throw down a Fissure. Not level 6 yet, not going to be able to get away. So 1 raise will hit. There's the second point blank raise. Can he get a third one? He's actually going to go mano here. Earthshaker not really able to do anything. The third raise does miss. The Lich is rotated into this lane. They might want to turn this now. Nice use of that static remnant to get that overload damage off. They're not going to be able to get the kill with the second one. Will force him to salve up and move forward. And Echo is going to come back in. He's going to get stunned.
Dead.
He's actually, they're both really close, okay? Yeah, they'll trade those kills there as the Lich actually picks up his second kill, and Tar comes back with the long distance third raise to finish the deal.
Bounty runes are up. Sand King's gonna grab 2, and it looks like over here LSV are gonna grab these 2.
Yes.
I was surprised how effective Echo was in the gank. Like, that's actually pretty difficult. I mean, me and you talk about it a lot that Earthshaker's one of those. It's almost like Pudge in the sense that, you know, if you don't land those fissures in really good blocks, you typically just end up killing your ally versus getting a kill, and that was pretty effective on both of those. Maybe a little
It helps.
slightly aggressive there.
Helps having that haste there as well, because you're able to get into that position way easier than if you are just trying to walk up there normally. Because if you walk up there normally, they're going to see you and be able to move into a better position. But with the haste, able to get himself into the right spot. Okay, so I've looked at about 15 games here from the major, and that have Sand King in them. I think one of them had phase boots, one of them had Greaves, and
totally
all the
makes
rest
sense.
had Tranks.
Yeah.
So I think Tranquils is the boot of choice right now at the major.
Yeah, and I think
No treads though, so that's very interesting. I would be interested to hear the reasoning behind that. If he just wants to tank up for some reason.
I think like the only reason I usually go mana boots is if I want to get a Lotus. Like, and I would probably get a Lotus this game just to get that stupid Slardar ult off, just because Sand King doesn't have a ton of armor and he'll melt. But it also depends.
They're on the
what
same
your
team.
role is. Oh yeah, never mind. Well, I would be against him. That's what I'm saying. No, you're right. But that would be the only thing like I can think of why you
Juggernaut maybe in a little bit of trouble here. The Fissure is not going to connect, but there's a lot of physical damage coming out here. The Lich might want to try to do, okay, trying to hide the healing ward here, but those Bristle stacks, it's not going to be enough. One more is going to kill him. Yep, he will go down there. They trade the kills. Lich might be able to pick up this kill and make the trade worth it. Yeah, Echo, sorry buddy, you're not getting away from that, so it will be a 2-for-1.
Especially with that healing
Juggernaut,
ward there.
not quite. I think if that healing ward's a level 2, he probably survives that, but that's another level and a half off. So. Still probably a pretty decent trade. You would rather the Lich dies there, obviously, but probably alright. Unlike my surprise with the Shadow Fiend stick, I think that Juggernaut should have upgraded his earlier. Bristleback spamming spells way faster.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they do like.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't done that. Went a full phase first.
Yeah, like I definitely see getting boots first, but I think directly after the boots you upgrade the stick and then go for your phase.
Got another spin on the Bristleback. Slowly ticking down a little bit. That'd be a decent fissure, but definitely has an opening.
Does have Omni Slash available now, so he's going to be able to dodge some spells if he does get low and needs to do that.
A sloppy outgoing kiss. That sounds
Orangutan, but yeah.
I like mine better.
I don't know what yours was.
It was a Chinese fish.
Sure. This AA throws down a ward, and it was right in vision of the dire wards, so they should have seen that. Or if not, they'll see it when they walk. Actually, that sentry is not quite.
Bristleback
Lich
takes
picks
a
up a
full
dominating
Omni Slash, and guess what? So does this an Echo. Gets beaten down pretty heavily. Lich ult is online too, so honestly, if they TP back in the right... God, I'm never going to stop laughing at that. Oh. When did they say that, TI? Did I miss that during TI?
Yeah, it was in one of OG's, like, come from behind wins, and Sev had, like, a big ult.
I mean, I think it's hilarious, but I don't remember what game it is at all.
I don't think it was against EG, but it might have been. Might have been the round before that.
Okay. Echo gonna get another fissure out. Not much success this time.
Oh,
Slardar,
nice crush in the bottom lane.
2-man crush completely disrupts that fight. Ziggy does have his mask online waiting for level 6. There are 3 heroes down there though, so he's probably a little ways from that. Looks like Echo's back on the rotating move. Has better levels than I would have expected, however, that Storm Spirit is level 6 and gets a little revenge on Tar.
Power of that hero, especially when you have a pretty over-leveled Lich, actually, here to back you up.
Yeah,
The one downside for the Dire team right now, I feel, is this Jugs farm is kind of slow, and he's slowing it down. He's going to go Battle Fury. I really feel that this is an item that you only get if you're ahead. And he is definitely not.
Is he going to get caught? No, he isn't. Looks like he's going to be in okay shape. Storm Spirit is going to go on Echo. Pretty sure Echo's going to give his life there, yep. And looks like Storm Spirit actually is going to go for more. Does pop a mango, going to kill Observer. Easy gold for Storm Spirit. Ziggy now on the move. Oh, and here on the top lane, Bristleback goes down. More gold for that Juggernaut. Gets him a little bit more towards his Battle Fury, which he is a long ways out from that.
Yeah, Braxis, I feel that maybe missing out a little bit on some cheap bracers. Tank up a little bit, especially since you're going against a lot of this magic damage. Honestly, a cloak might not even be
That's what I was thinking.
Just a naked cloak, hold that around casually. Like, that's a 15% reduction on most of the damage that's coming out right now between Blade Fury and that Frost Blast.
I'm a big fan of getting that cloak when you're getting magic down. Like, it's really valuable, especially with all the bonus you're going to come here in the bottom lane. 2 ults from AA. Looks like that'll be 1 kill in the AA and probably a kill in Slardar. Frozen King will get him. Yeah, easy double kill for Ziggy and Ancient. Age is Worn. I almost called him Ancient Worn. I like that, Ancient Worn.
It wouldn't be the strangest thing that you say on these casts. So,
oh, that is not even close to untrue.
The Storm Spirit is in a pretty good spot right now. Ziggy is farming. He's top of the net worth. Got that mask up. Gonna go for the Maelstrom next. I really like that itemization. It's gonna be kind of up to him to set the pace for his team. Shadow Fiend kind of drew the lane about as I was expecting, but actually went for a Morbid Mask of his own and is gonna build S and Y next. So will not be building the fairly popular Greaves build.
So I'll tell you a story. So I'm doing some voiceovers for Ziggy. He's doing a highlight reel for LSC. And a couple of the games that he had me do voiceovers for were my games. Man, casting yourself, not easy. Like, it's a combination of like wanting to say funny things because it's you, and then just totally flobbing up words, and then like you start talking about yourself, but you feel weird because it's yourself. And you're like, oh man, this is just really awkward. Oh god, that was a weird experience. Like casting.
Well, we
yourself.
do have 2 other casters at All About Dota, so you could have really.
I know. I didn't know that until I was like in the middle of it, and you know me. I do things so fast for people when they ask it, so I figured I just needed to get it done. But yeah, that was a new experience for me. I didn't even think about that until I saw that. I was like, oh, this is really awkward. So yeah.
Storm Spirit's going for. Why is he buying a? Why did he buy a Void Stone right now? Did he mean to do that? Maybe he's going for. Is he rushing Void Stone?
No, because it looks like he's going Kaya. You have a ledge up in bottom lane though. No bounce. Echo Slam is gonna follow. Looks like Slaughter is likely to pick up Echo. Yep, he will end up going down. Age Room on the back line trying to get that sentry, but uh-oh, here comes the Storm Spirit. Ooh, and man, Age is Worn was throwing snowballs, and then he exploded like the Night King in Game of Thrones. Spoiler alert.
You know what? Just move aside, Storm Spirit. The Lich is the new carry. He's got 6 kills, 6-0 and 4 right now.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that.
He is carrying this team to victory on the back of his undead Frostlight shoulders.
Ziggy does have a Chronosphere. He looks like he's calling for reinforcements, but no one's coming in. He wanted to see if he could get a nice Chronosphere off, but Ancient Apparition is not up yet. AAL will connect with just the Sand King. Definitely, probably not worth the Chronosphere. And yeah, Mission Critical just going to casually walk away. Looks like we have some action up top. Brax is trying to get work done, but Juggernaut severely out-leveling him here now. Omni Slash is available. Oh man, I think Brax is a little lucky he didn't get Omni Slash there.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to bait for Echo, but I don't know. I think you're going to bait yourself as the 2 supports for the Dire.
Yeah.
Had rotated up to the top lane, and Mission Critical sitting in a good spot in this game. It does appear that this Storm Spirit is going to rush the Bloodstone. He's finished up the Perseverance.
I guess maybe thinking he's just off to such a good start. You dead?
Yeah, and
Frozen
he is
Feet
off to a pretty good
start. Looks like Ziggy's just going to say screw it, get an easy kill, get some gold. But
I don't know if that's worth it though.
You're gonna do a ton of damage, and will he be able to get? No, he will not. Too slow on the draw for Zig, and Deathwalker gets a kill.
the cast time on that is pretty long. Yeah, definitely not worth it. Oh my god, he dropped a chrono and 740 gold going to that Storm Spirit.
He was worth 740 gold? Ooh, I did not realize that.
He was top of the net worth in 3-0 at the time.
Wow.
So you get those streaks and that gold, it goes up there in a hurry. So nice bounty for that Storm, working towards that Bloodstone. Got more than half of it done.
Rax is still playing with fire up here. Echo
Juggernaut thinking about it.
Man, they need to be careful. Like, I think if that Omni Slash would have gotten off, they would have walked next to each other. They could have been dead. Looks like Echo's gonna TP out. Trying to help his friends here in this bottom lane. Oh my gosh, AA gets the kill. Woo. Big snowball comes down. Looks like Slardar will not get blocked. Look at how small that hole is, but man, Slardar slipped through there, no problem.
Yeah, that's just again, that's the skill of Earthshakers. You really gotta angle those off to close those ramps. If he does that, that's another kill. My guess is most likely that's a camera issue. If your camera is kind of mispositioned on that, it's really easy to think that you've blocked the ramp when you haven't actually.
Juggernaut gonna find an Echo. Oh, gets a nice Blade Fury off. Gonna stand right next to the Echo. Oh, he's actually not gonna go for the TP, playing it safe, knowing the shrine is there.
He heard the TP. I think the primary objective, he wanted to buy that Demon Edge, which he does have. The recipe is gonna finish up, so it's a little bit faster than I thought it was gonna be, but that Battle Fury is still fairly slow. 1730. His farm will speed up though. They scanned right on top of him. They're gonna see the Lich as well. They'll know that there's at least 2 heroes here.
Lich wants to be careful. He does not want to give up his kill streak, especially doing it before. Slardar goes down again in the bottom lane. Not really sure where he was.
He was next to that tower, but again, like, it forced out a Chronosphere. I think you're fine with that. Like, if he's using Chronosphere to kill the solo Slardar support, you're 100% all right with that.
It's only worth 300 gold. Like, that's an expensive Chronosphere, especially when that tower's already gone. The Storm Spirit is coming online fast, has the Bloodstone now, so every kill, I mean, really, that's probably where you wanted to send the Chronosphere, right? See if you can kill that Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit farming like a madman. Up here on the top lane, we have another Battle Fury coming out, Blade Fury. Will he do the Echo or the Omni Slash? Yes, he will. Bouncing back between the 2 LSV supports. Bristleback trying to help his buddy out. Not able to accomplish a whole lot. Nice ult from Ancient Apparition, but oh man. Mr. Slardar is here. Oh, Juggernaut gets picked off by Slar. I combined 2 things. That was funny. So, Targ starting to beat down Slardar, but I think, will the Razes be able to get him enough damage? It's going to be close. Ziggy is here now trying to help out, but they're not focusing on the targets. Ziggy, I think, just left his friend out to dry, and yes, Tar will go down. Ziggy going for the Lich over the Slardar. Definitely,
Healing Ward is good.
Yeah, the focus fire was not there.
The bash.
Oh man, almost actually gets the Observer Ward before he dies. That'd been alright. And Echo traps himself out, allowing the Sand King to come up here, get himself a little tasty ward. AAL will hit him, but that's going to be actually LSC rotating just about everybody they have up here. Juggernaut has returned, no Omni Slash for him. LSC has 4 heroes up here. Snowballs will start flying. Bristles are going like mad. Juggernaut just beamed in, does not have a TP out. Slardar is going to throw his ultimate up on the Bristleback. However, poor Distant Echo all by himself here will actually lay down the ult. Probably not what he wanted to do, but here comes Ziggy. Gets a beautiful 3-man Chronosphere, and LSC are going to start wiping down the heroes of Mission Critical. 1-2 down right now. Will they get a third? Yes, they will. Now they're looking for more. Lich is going to follow soon after, and man, the clump from Mission Critical was not what they wanted to do, and LSC start pulling this game around.
Yeah, Slardar kind of cost his team a team fight there. He didn't stack that stun at all. And so Echo able to get the Echo Slam off, which sets up the clump for the 3-man chrono. I think that if they stack that better, they get that kill without the stun, and are able to separate out enough to not get hit with that big chrono. You never know. Maybe they don't get separated in anyway, but they at least get a kill out of it as it is. It ends up being 3 for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to the mini-map, I'll admit. I didn't know that Ziggy was on his way, nor did he have Chronosphere, so that was definitely a good situation for LSC. Good read on the map, and they're probably most successful team fight of the game so far.
That is the strength of their team, though, right? We talked about that in the draft. It's like their lineup is about team fights. They're not super great at hitting buildings or pushing. They've got the Shadow Fiend for that. But the other heroes, they are very team fight oriented.
I think if you're Zig, every time that Chronosphere comes up, you go for that Storm Spirit. Start knocking those Bloodstone charges down as much as you possibly can. As effective as
That, and it's like the only lockdown that they have for the Storm Spirit.
Yeah,
like if they don't hit him
absolutely.
with the Chronosphere and kill him, he's gonna just run havoc.
And even if they hit him with the Chronosphere, he's got a decent amount of health. It's going to be tough to get him. He's got 1,800 already. Oof.
Yeah, and he's gonna start building items that are gonna allow him to survive in those things. If he gets a BKB, he gets the BKB off. He's not gonna take raise damage, which was a large portion of what killed him in that Chronosphere, as he took multiple raises. As he starts to progress and get more and more items, this hero is going to be a very big problem because they do not have good ways to deal with him. And they're not really building good ways to deal with him.
I would
There
like
is
to see some Rada come out.
Yeah, Atos, the pipe, like they are not really building anything like that. There is an Atos coming out from the AA. They actually went Diffusal Blades
Bristleback caught up here on this Storm Spirit. Storm will be able to get away. Ziggy does have his ult, but definitely does not have the firepower without Tar here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is a really curious decision to me to go the multiple Diffusal Blades. Like, yes, Storm is going to have a large mana pool. I don't know that you're going to be able to burn enough mana in the stuns that they have to make a difference. Like, I think the Atos is probably a more valuable item on the Shadow Fiend and probably a BKB. Yeah, it is queued up for Zig. They're gonna go in, but again, he just zips away at the first sign of trouble. As long as he's keeping watch on his mana, this is all that's gonna happen when they try to go on that hero. If he has any kind of vision at all, he's just gonna get away every single time.
Yeah, even the
So they either need to smoke up or deward.
Yeah, even the Lotus is going to be hard on the Storm Spirit, but you know, at least potentially you could time it after the Chronosphere to give you additional lockdown, which they might need depending on what they do. 3 smokes coming out from LSC. Looks like they're heading up to the dire jungle. Gonna let Echo go on the front line a little bit, but boy, they are super close to that Juggernaut, which they would love to probably find all by himself, but Lich kind of going into crazy man territory, dropping a ward, and he will spot out. Oh man, Lich, you gonna try to deward that? Because if you do, Tar's gonna know you're there. Here comes Slardar. They're looking for Tar. Oh, and Tar should know they're there, though. Is he going to come back in here? Oh, man, Storm Spirit gets a 3-man Chrono. Just walks right into Zig. Will they be able to get Will the AAL build? Oh, and they do, and here comes the Echo Slam. Sand King ult will come off, doing some pretty decent LSC, but looks like Zig's going to be able to shake most of that off now, and oh my god, what a disastrous fight for Mission Critical.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky that you get the first hit bash coming out of that Chronosphere on the Storm. But also, like, what is this? Why did the Juggernaut leave? Like, he was up there with his team. He has an Omni Slash, Battle Fury. Everybody was really low on LSE with that Lich ult. If he's able to follow up with that, that fight is probably even.
The other thing that I felt was
Critical not really on the same page here.
Pretty massive error is I think Tar saw him deward that. I mean, I don't think Tar knew they were there, or if they didn't know all who was there. And then all of a sudden that ward starts getting hit. I mean, that pretty much set off all the alarms for LSC that there's people there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it was just a sentry ward. Like, who cares? Ooh, Tar gonna run into a Juggernaut.
Why is he Omni,
yeah.
He had a full Omni Slash right there. There's no No Shadow Blade, no way to get away, no Yules, like...
And Storm Spirit was coming down too.
Oh my goodness. It was just panic. He just saw him and panicked. He's gotta... I don't know if they're not clicking on these guys, so they don't know what's going on item-wise, but they have no ways to stop an Omni-Slash at this point.
I love Aegis Warren's itemization. Picked up for himself a Rod of Owie. Good item on him. Gives him some additional lockdown. Very affordable item.
They're gonna go on to Bristleback now. The Zip not quite gonna connect. Multiple stuns here. It's gonna take a lot, but there are 5 heroes here, so they will get him.
He actually did a decent amount of damage considering how fast he fell. Bristleback just doing Bristleback things. Oh, I don't think I actually said this yet. Sand King did go for the Arcane Boots, not the Treads. He does have a build of Strength though, which I'm not quite sure what he's building into yet, but maybe just a casual. Feels like being tough. Targ went Sanjay Yashin Diffusal, working on BKB next. Ziggy also went Diffusal Blade. Wow. A lot of Diffusal Blades from LSV already. I mean, is that just to like beat down the Storm's mana? Is that kind of the philosophy behind that?
I mean, that's my guess. But like I said, I don't know that that's gonna make a difference, a big enough difference in the amount of time that they have for stun.
I think I really like to. I mean, obviously, there's Diffusal Blade's not a terrible item. I'm just not sure if it gives, especially probably more or less tar the damage to that he's probably looking for. But he's hitting pretty hard. Has full Shadow Raises up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Something else he's gonna go for the Roshan Head. This might be a risky move if this illusion wanders in. He just tries to destroy it, but Mission Critical pings galore. Now they know LSC's in there. LSC, get the heck out of there. Pretty good intuition, illusion, if they didn't know that was in there. Ooh, Ranavetos catches up the Slardar 4-step. We'll get him in a little bit safer and better position. Lich gets his own ward down, takes out LSC's. But he does plant it right where LSC's are, so there's a good chance they're going to end up dewarding that.
Radiant are scanning.
Yep, and Maniac pointing out to me in chat, Storm going the multiple Bloodstone build.
Man, that seems super risky.
It's, yeah, definitely something that you only really see when you're ahead, because those things, they all tick down at the same rate, but they only tick up one at a time, so each kill only gives one charge, but they all go down charges when you die.
Yeah, I mean, we played with a Storm yesterday who did it, and that was the first time I'd seen it, but man, that's like a go big or go home build.
It is a, I feel that it's more of a pub meme build than an actual, like, build.
Yeah, it almost seems like, oh, AA, gonna get caught out. Actually, throw the Crimson Guard for the AA. Oh no, that was Bristleback throwing it. Ooh, that might have been a mistake too. That will be down now. Man, I'm not sure I love Veraxis's build either. Love the Crimson, but man,
the Halberd seems a little bit weird. I mean, I guess you're Halberding the Juggernaut and hoping that you can get it off before the Omni. Like,
supports do go down for LSC, but that does look like they're going to open up the space for the Roshan. Mission Critical might see it, but they will definitely be too late. Tar actually might run into Mission Critical here, depending on if they want to move forward. Man, Mission Critical, they're they're sometimes in the right position, but then when push comes to shove, they kind of run away. Like, they were all
they didn't
there.
have vision. They didn't have any vision right there. The only vision on that side of the map is radiant vision right next to the pit. So they had no way of really knowing what was going on with that.
Looks like Zig will finish up his Maw-and-Jar. Has the BKB. I would imagine Tar has his BKB too. He does. Storm Spirit kind of hanging out here. Zig is trying to decide if he wants to make a move. Probably won't be able to.
Yeah, pretty interesting that he's going to go for that Mjolnir. I would have expected to see maybe like Manta or something like that. But I guess with the Aegis taking up a slot, he just wants to make something that's going to go into that.
Why is the Bloodstone grayed out? Is it grayed out on your screen? Or is it blued out?
Because he doesn't have the mana to use it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there's a mana cost to it now.
Yep. Don't you read patch notes? Who are you, math man?
I read them, I just didn't have any idea there was a mana to it. Wow, that's actually pretty expensive. I did not realize that.
It was super ridiculously OP before.
LSC,
nice
going
try.
on high ground. Ooh, Ziggy just explodes, and here comes Storm Spirit. Comes on the back line, just makes an aggressive move on Tar, and Tar is down. Ziggy uses the Aegis, has BKB online. The Lich Ult's bouncing back and forth, but so is the Omni Slash. Ziggy having to completely back off. 2 cores and 1 support down for LSC. I'm guessing Aegis will be down here pretty dang quick. Yes, they will go down. Ziggy, the only one to get out of that. And Mission Critical.
Right there is exactly the problem the LSC is going to have against Storm Spirit. Storm zips all the way into the back onto Tar, gets him down to half health almost instantly. Echo tries to go for the counter initiation, but the Storm just zips right through all of his stuns, zips through the ult, takes none of that damage, and just continues to ruin LSC. They have very little answer for this Storm Spirit if they don't get a chrono on him. Zig is up, does have the chrono. Everybody else will be up in 10 seconds. They have a fort as well. A little surprised they didn't just use it there to buy a little bit more time for the uphill, but it does look like Mission Critical gonna back up. Storm did complete his second Bloodstone. He does have regen for days now, but man, he's just got to be super careful. He's got a regen rune and plus 60 mana regen from these double Bloodstones. He's gonna go for Orchid next.
I think he's got to be the goal of LSC, right? Like, LSC have to find him and have to kill him.
Yep, and it's as long as the Slardar and the Sand King are separate, though. Like, Mission Critical should be able to interrupt any kind of initiation onto the Storm. The only way that they don't is if they clump up, like they have already twice. You know, they have done this, so it's not like LSC doesn't have a window in this. It's just LSC has to play it perfectly. And Mission Critical just has to, like, not screw up, essentially. Like, the Lich and the Sand King especially cannot get caught in the Chronos, because he can use that Burrow Strike and interrupt things, and the Sinister Gaze has a very long cast range, which is also very helpful in that Chronosphere.
I think it's
also
really
Force
easy
Staff
to...
on the Lich, so he can potentially Force Staff people out of the Chronosphere.
Oh, I didn't think you could Force Staff out of the Chronosphere.
Well, he could Force Staff the Void.
Oh, yeah. Kind of creates the
I'm
confusion.
pretty sure that...
Oh, Ziggy gets caught up by the Storm Spirit. He's gonna get brought down to almost no health. Does pop the BKB. They are gonna lose it defensively. Chronosphere's Ancient Call will go in there. Storm Spirit is actually gonna take some decent damage from Ziggy, but his BKB has expired. Sinister Gaze will keep him. Nice ult from Lich. Gonna bounce back and forth. Bristle came in to try to help, but now he's gonna take a Sand King ult to the face, and now chip damages from days from Mission Critical. He is a beast, but he is going to get paper cutted down just blade by blade, and he does end up going down. Actually, almost kills the Lich on the back end, but 2 cores from LSC are down in the drink.
And that actually could have been a little bit better for Mission Critical if that Storm wouldn't have walked into the Chronosphere. It would have been really close. He needed to hold position because he had already moved. But if he would have been able to do that, he potentially could have disrupted Void at the beginning of that, maybe Slardar's life, but as it is, it ends up being a very nice 2-for-1. 879 gold going the way of the Lich. Very big bounty. As Tar are going to get gone on here by the Storm Spirits zipping around here. The BKB will come out. And Storm's just going to be happy with that. That's the 60-second cooldown. That's the 10-second BKB.
Yeah, I don't think Tar had any choice about that. He had to do that.
I'm a little... I kind of wish that instead of this late game Orchid the Storm's going, I feel that he probably should have just gone for a Sheepstick.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
he's already got to know that the BKBs are already out. So they're just going to be able to BKB through that silence. But if you get that Hex out there, they cannot BKB through that. So Hex into a stun, and you're probably going to kill pretty much anybody. But he does have that Orchid up. He will be able to kill the supports very, very quickly now. Like, this Ancient Apparition is just going to blow up.
Yeah,
and he wants to sit in the back away from everything. So from that perspective, it is pretty good.
He's going to move on
Goes
Tar.
forward.
Tar
There's a
not
Chronosphere.
have BKB.
Now it is. Chronosphere is up now.
Looks like he's going to... Nope. He tried to cast it, decided to cancel it. Sand King was not able to protect his Slardar. I almost called him Saladar. That was a shout out to Dota 1.
There's a DD rune in the bottom river. It was just that you called him Saladar for the longest time.
I thought it
instead
was
of
someone's name we played. I thought it was funny, but that's fine.
Maybe that's what it was. It probably started. I don't know. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It
I
started
don't
with somebody's
honestly
name on Dota 1. Because Dota 1 was ridiculous with how naming and all worked. I don't know.
Classic Dota 1. It is kind of funny when you look back at Dota 1, like what it looks like, and you're like, oh man, like, so sometimes, you know, you look at Dota 2, you're like, I don't know, graphics, they're alright, they're not bad, and then you look at Dota 1, you're like, oh my god. Okay, never mind, they're pretty good.
Mjolnir finished up on the jug along with...
Ooh, Stormbringer goes all the way on Tar, brings him down about a quarter health with pretty much nothing. Tar is definitely going to go down. Tries the BKB. I don't think he's going to... Oh my god, actually takes out the Storm Spirit.
Activate your Bloodstone. Why? That's so much free regen and the perfect time to use it.
That was a big win from Tar too. I mean, yeah, he gave up 500 gold, but that's 2 Bloodstones, losing charges. Oof.
I don't know if it's a big win, but it's definitely a win because he used BKB as well.
Bring him down.
Oh wow, actually, never mind. It's a big win because that bounty on the Storm Spirit
yeah, it was
is ridiculous.
1200, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Echo goes aggressive. Actually gets a ridiculous stun off. I cannot believe that hit. Sinister Gaze is going to probably lock him down. Not going to get out of that. Just a simple hit from the Slardar will finish him off. Looks like Juggernaut is going to check out the Roche Pit. It is not up yet. He'll leave some illusions there to see if he can keep an eye on it. But they're going to have to be around for 35 seconds because it's not spawned until then.
Again, though, not to harp, but Hex instead of an Orchid, and that kill is much easier for that Storm Spirit.
Oh yeah, and I think, I know it costs a lot of mana. I still think it's an amazing item. Like,
oh, I think Hex is best item in the game. Well, second best. Blink is the best item.
I'm still a fan of the Magic Stick, but I wouldn't disagree with the other two.
I just don't think Magic Stick scales.
No, it does not, but I just think laning-wise, like, it can really...
It's an amazing laning item, but I think in all phases of the game, Blink Dagger is the best item. And Hex is probably...
Man, remember when Blink you could go without even when you're taking damage? Oh man, those were the days.
It was absurd. Storm has hit 25, so he's got that auto remnant going on. All kinds of damage coming out. Is going for the Hex next. I wonder if he was thinking that he would get Bloodthorn for the Bristleback, potentially.
Does that break him?
No, but it does give you that...
crit?
The crit. Extra hits. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of why he did it. Maybe it's just to burst these supports that are really squishy in the back lines.
I mean, I like Bloodthorn, but boy, it's expensive, and man, I just... Hex is so good.
My guess is that they're thinking that the Ancient Apparition alt is the primary damage at this point.
Oh, for
That or the
setting up-
Echo.
Probably setting up team fights. Yeah, those two. That makes sense.
And so if he can skip to the back of the fight where Aegisworn is most likely going to be sitting, and he can kill him before he can get an ult off, that he can save his overall team a lot of damage. That would be my guess as to what his thinking is here. But Butterfly coming up next for the Jug. It's a little interesting, I feel. Well, I guess there's decent right-click damage coming out from the Void.
See, I don't mind that. And like, I mean, it gives you tons of damage in attack speed too. And it might
I think
save you in a Chrono.
rather see him buy a Blink, though, so that he can set up a good Omni. Or potentially Blink out of a Chronosphere.
Yeah, I
long
mean,
as you got
I would
quick cast or
very
double cast.
rarely will I argue against a Blink. Like, I guess if you said,
I think it's super underrated on
I
Juggernaut.
think if you said that Ancient Apparition should get Blink, maybe I'd argue with that. But I think that's about the only situation I think I would argue with it.
What if it was Dendi mid Ancient Apparition?
Probably
which
still
was a thing.
okay, but not great.
Yeah, I don't know really why you would get it.
Action comes up on here, Ancient Apparition will get the off, will just tap on the SK. Storm Spirit full bolts in, finds that Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition is going to go to the drink. And now Braxis is trying to get some Chronosphere on the back row. Will only catch the SK, though definitely not with his Chrono. Whoa, man. Echoes will go down. Omni Slash bouncing back and forth. Will end up running into the Tars. Storm Spirit still at complete full health, though. Even though Juggernaut was getting low, all of LSC heroes go down, and we'll check out the buyback. And I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of them. Yep, 3 come out for LSC. Juggernaut still actually pretty healthy considering he's going to get disarmed from Veraxis. Storm Spirit, unless these, oh man, unless the CC is perfect, and it is.
The bash.
Oh my gosh, the bashes were perfect.
That has happened to that Storm multiple times in this game. I would be a little tilted if I was him. Just those perfect bashes right before he's able to get away. It does cost him 3 buybacks, but they do turn that a little bit and get 2 more kills. So it ends up being a 4 for 5, but 3 buybacks. Definitely still a win for Mission Critical.
So how does this double Bloodstorming? They're 10 and 6. They weren't they 1 apart, and now they're 10 and 16. Like,
Well, because he got a bunch of kills.
does it only go to one of them?
Yes, I explained that when I first talked about
sorry,
this.
I must
Yes,
have been
when
dealing with something else.
you get a kill, you only tick up 1 at a time. So only 1 Bloodstone ticks up when you get a kill, but they all tick down when you die.
Oh wow, so it is even more of a
So that's
go
why
big, go
it's
home
super
thing.
risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they both went up and both went down, so yeah, it's even more risky than I thought. Veraxis is going to run into a Sentry Ward. Juggernaut doing a decent amount of damage on him, but man, he is a tanky mofo. Holy cow.
Jug's gonna go Scotty next. I feel somebody on his team needs to get some kind of break for this Bristleback. I mean, he hasn't been a huge issue so far, but he will be a nuisance as the game goes on.
And he could just tank line a tower. They could just throw him up and just protect Tar and the supports with the Chronos.
Or even just a basher for the Shadow Fiend would be good. I don't know. I mean, he lived through that entire fight with the Healing Ward. I don't know that more stats are really what he needs, but
And they're not really chasing much either, too. I mean, those are the 2 things Scotty provides, right? The ability to chase better. I mean, he's got the defusal. It's, unless he's going to sell it, but which he could. I almost think the Battle Fury is probably what you're going to get rid of if you're going to keep the Maelstrom.
and as soon as he gets this Butterfly, Ziggy already has an MKB, so it's essentially nullified. That's why I'm not a huge fan of the Butterfly. It just feels like it's very easy.
I love
And MKB
Basher,
is such
though.
a good item right now.
I think MKB, Basher, I think they're both really good items. I'm a big fan of Basher. I mean, you know, like we just said, right? Like, just saw that Bash. I know it's not a Basher ability, but still, like, I just... For as fast as a Juggernaut's attacking, especially with the Maelstrom, like, man, it's quite a few potential Bash targets. Veraxis is going next. Like Heart, just gonna tank up as much as humanly possible. Roche is getting hit by some Sand King illusions.
Both teams are positioning around this. They recognize that this is the next big fight. Ancient Apparition got real close to that jug.
Wow, Sand King went for the plus 10 armor over the pulses. It's a little surprising, actually.
I think he's just a little wary of that damage coming out in the Chronosphere. Extra pulses don't do you any good if you're not getting them off. Jug pushes in the top wave here as Tar's trying to push out the off wave.
Radiant's top tower is under
Storm
attack.
Spirit just putting remnants all over the place. Oh, by the way, shout out to Math Man. Happy birthday, man.
Invisibility.
I'll even say shout out to T Goody because he quit his job on his birthday. I just thought that was kind of hilarious.
It's a very, very Tom thing to do. If we're being real.
I was kind of hoping he'd bring a mic to work, but he did not. Back to the game, though. It's definitely calmed down. Mission Critical has a lead, but 46 minutes in, 6K is not significant by any means. What is the big difference in terms of... It is the cores. Juggernaut has a ton of farm, and same with the Storm Spirit. Looks like they're going to dedicate one ult. They're going to have to do something else to this Slarder to get him knocked out. They will end up getting him, but man, these two supports. Tar, oh, just able to get outside. Oh, will they see the Lich? The Glimmer Cape is able to protect him. Ooh, nice play. Oh, wow, but they do have maybe a tastier target than Sand King. Gonna get one more
bash through
Burrow
the
Strike,
stun.
but not gonna do it. The Monkey King proc.
It's so ridiculous. It's so obnoxious. Like he gets the stun off and gets bashed halfway through it. Just the cast animation.
That should secure LSV this Roche though. And I don't think this Roche is gonna last very long. Mission Critical's best objective right now is to try to do as much damage to this tier 3 as they can. And
Storm
Juggernaut-
might. Yep, he's gonna zip through. Oh, actually, thought maybe he'd try to go back through there
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
and
bottom
snipe
tower
that.
is falling.
Ooh, man, they've lost tier 3 though. Juggernaut does so much damage. A little chip damage of the range tracks as well.
Oh, and Jug did go for the Abyssal Blade over the Scotty, so
Oh, he heard
he's
us.
listening to us.
Oh, good. Oh man, I missed the voice chats. Oh my god, the timing. Oh man. Just sometimes you just, you know, sometimes you call a draft right as it happens. Sometimes it's all set right as it happens. It's just perfect.
You will be forever.
How many levels do you have to have for set? It's gotta be a ton, right?
I don't know, probably. This is the part of the game where things start to slow down and get a little boring, as both teams are a little bit wary of the other. Nobody wants to be the because I think the game basically ends after a lost team fight.
I'm assuming
For LSC, almost for sure in the next 40 seconds.
yeah.
I think they just want to wait. They have I know they have Aegis, but I think you just wait until these buybacks are up.
You could maybe start
Radiant
poking at this
are
tier 2,
scanning.
but that's, I think, as much as you're going to want to do. They do scan, they're going to see that Mission Critical is in the neighborhood. Slaughter looking to see if he can make a good play. Storm Spirit just lights up their wave, doesn't kill one creep. Praxis is going to attempt to save the creep, but not successful. So now LSC just get to kind of hang out. That Storm Spirit zip does so much damage. Oh, they find a Sand King though. Not really the target.
Ping comes on to Aegisworn. They know he's there. Do they want to go for it? He's a little bit too close to the Ziggy.
Juggernaut
Wait.
is in the top lane. Maybe
Man, the Storm is playing with fire. He is going.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's going just right behind.
But you know what?
LSV.
Juggernaut takes that tier 2 way faster than LSC take their tier 2, and Juggernaut is heading uphill. Gonna see if he can take out another tier 3, and LSC do not have any response from him right now. Tar will
The
be down
two-man
here,
crush.
but boy, he is not gonna do much by himself. Yep, Juggernaut easy takes that tier 3, no problem. Echo forced to buy back. And up here, this tier 2 is still online. Raxus will end up finally taking it down, but it took LSC a hero, a beamback, and a buyback.
And they lost the Aegis. The good news is they do still have a Chronosphere, so if Mission Critical overextend, they can turn. Oh, wow. Raxus, I feel that was a mistake there.
And Juggernaut actually pick up an Invis rune. He gonna look for kills? He might see one. He sees a tasty one. Decides not to Omni Slash. Guess he didn't have vision on anyone, so just being extra cautious. Yeah, he's definitely gonna buy back.
I don't know if it's worth the risk though.
No, it probably
not having
isn't,
vision
but
on anybody else.
He
The
probably made
Bristleback
right
has been
call.
the least of your worries in this game.
I mean, it probably would kill him, but it might not too. So
I don't think it would. He's got almost 4k health.
especially I guess if he pops the Crimson in the middle of that. Aeon Disc is online for the Sand King.
Third Bloodstone is online for the Storm. 181 mana regen per second.
Does have another kill on that Bloodstone. The 10 charge went up to 11.
It's always good to turn things up to 11.
It's better than 10. Oh my god.
Pinks
Man.
do come out onto the Juggernaut, but they move up top, so maybe...
I like this Juggernaut getting a Necro, just realizing that he's probably going to be the one to do the split pushing.
Well, and he's tapped out in terms of items, right? Unless he wants to get rid of his boots. Which I honestly think that he could...
Maybe?
Probably not do.
Yeah.
I think he buys the Necro and a BKB, and then backpacks the boots for those two items. So like he uses the boots to get to where he needs to go, and then when he's hitting a building, he can swap in the Necro and then swap in the BKB just for extra protection. Jug is not really a hero that you want to buy that BKB on, but it is a good backpackable item.
Yeah, definitely.
And having a 10-second BKB at 60 seconds is or 60 minutes is going to be quite nice.
The second hit bash on Tar, and Tar's actually already down to 2/3 health.
This is without the Storm zipping in too. He's sitting in base just to maximize that damage.
That Sandstorm doing so much work.
Healing Ward goes down immediately, but the Storm's going to come in here. The Hex
big catch.
onto the base with Void. They want to go for the stun, but the Echo is there. They do kill the Storm Spirit once and the Slardar, but two heroes have died for LSC as well. Bristleback trying to back up there. Void wants to go back in.
Beautiful
He
two-man chrono
out there. There is not a Sinister. Okay, now the Sinister Gaze comes out with the stun. They will pick up that Ziggy kill as well. Jug's going to try to turn around here. He's going to get cold feeded up though. Bristleback wants to get this kill. He will get this kill. Aegis Warren has to run away himself. He's going to root the Sand King up 1 second till just barely, but he's got to blink. If he blinks forward, he can get the auto attack out here. Yep, that'll do it. He's going to take down to the Cosmic Finale. Will give his life most likely for it. Lich is going to say, to heck with that. I'll take that kill. It ends up being a 3 for 4 and I believe a buyback in there. No buyback, just a 3 for 4.
And tier 3
and the Aegis.
I think tier 3 does. Yeah, I mean, I guess
And
it
it
took
stands.
some damage, and now it's going to be healed back up because Lich is 25, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they caught a bit of a break there, killing that Storm Spirit with the Echo combo. Which he should just buy a BKB. If he buys a BKB, he has BKB, he's immortal in that situation, and they probably don't lose a hero.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Sanjay Yash is alright, but it just seems BKB is that's a perfect item to backpack and then have BKB and then swap it after you use BKB, right?
I mean, like I said, I don't think this Orchid is benefiting him at all. And honestly, the Yasha and Kaya probably isn't that good either. So you could choose one of those items to get rid of it. BKB's going to be valuable, more valuable than either of those items.
Yeah.
Looking for me?
I honestly think you get, unless you're going to get the Bloodthorn, I think you get rid of both. You get a BKB and an Octarine.
Yeah, I mean, the Octarine's going to do a lot more than that. It's going to be so hard to I mean, just I mean, these aren't pros, right? So, I mean, it's going to be hard to get all those items off anyways in these team fights. But then also getting an Orchid off when someone's not BKB'd or someone, it's a decent target time to actually do it. It's just, it's tough.
The Aghanim Scepter actually would be a quite good item as well. LC have been grouping up an okay amount. I mean, the Slardar has gotten a couple multi-hero crushes. If you can get a multi-hero static or electric vortex into a crush into a burrow strike, like, you can stack these stuns. It's pretty good. I feel there are a lot of very good items out there. Storm does have 4,000 gold, so it's not like he's poor or super short on buyback. I guess he is. Wow, his buyback is very costly. So Echo the only one without buyback because he used his in the defense of bottom for LSC.
And I think Ziggy needs a Scepter.
I mean, I'm never really opposed to Scepter on Void, but I think Refresher is probably the better item at this point in the game.
That makes sense. I mean, he doesn't. It's not
You
the
just
fact
backpack
there.
it.
It's on cooldown, right? He needs 2 in a team fight.
Or if they lose a fight, like, he's gonna need one, right? Like,
Yeah.
and plus, it's gonna refresh the BKB, which is hugely important against Mission Critical's lineup. So I think that's the item. They do smoke into Roche. There is a refresher shard here, so I would assume that he's gonna take that along with the Aegis. Backpack that BKB, throw an Aegis in there, refresher in his stash.
LC gonna get another free Roche. Very little. Yep.
And it's just a lack of vision. LSC has vision around the pit, and Dire do not. Dire vision for pretty much the entire game has been limited to the places that we're seeing it right now, which is just like their jungle. Very safe passive vision. I think they've used one smoke.
Yeah, actually, a few of their movements have been non-smoke. Sometimes they've caught people, sometimes they haven't. It's so hard to push up against the Storm Spirit. Oof.
They need to force a team fight. Both teams throwing down sentries like immediately.
Oh man, Storm Spirit playing with fire. This is the Atos, but oh, he actually can fire his ults off. Gonna hit that Slardar, gonna prevent him from blinking into starting the team fight off. They're gonna be firing in the Manta Illusions. Slardar tried to get a blink combination off, but unsuccessful. Lich ult will do some decent damage to Tar, actually.
Storm, what's he waiting for? He's got a free kill onto this Shadow Fiend.
Looks like they want to see if they can get Tar here. Gonna pop off the Lincolns. The Echo Slam will come down. Here comes the Omni Slash. There's damage going all over the place. Aegis will be coming up. Tar will be back online in just a few. Ziggy is caught out, though. Is he going to be able to save his ally? No, he's not. Ziggy's in the drink. Tar is now all by himself. He is just going to casually TP out. It doesn't look like... Oh, they will! They'll get the bash! It didn't look like Juggernaut was targeting him at all and turned around. And now they finally deal with the giant tank that is Firaxis. And he is that, and they're so low, like, he could actually start cleaning up heroes here. They're going to have to be really careful. They're starting to send out hexes on him, just slow him down. He has so much health, and they'll finally start doing some decent damage to him. Yep, there it goes.
Oof. Just gotta get everybody on the right side. Juggernaut's gonna immediately TP up into the top lane here. Wants to get some more pressure on this. Sand King is gonna follow him as well. Forces back the Echo buyback, and actually all the other buybacks are gonna come out here. Jug's gonna immediately turn around, but he is gonna get Atos up. He will get blocked off. Will be the sacrifice. But hey, he forced 4 buybacks with that. Unless LSC do a death ball push right this second,
And he
they're
has
not
buyback.
gonna be able to do that.
I mean, LSC are gonna have to be really careful if they force this too hard. their bottom lane's going to get forced in, or they're going to get caught out without buyback. So they're going to have to be doing some very, very careful work on this.
Time is money.
Feel that Tar probably should have bought a Hex.
That's you beat me to it. Dang it! I was literally about to say that. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say it before the last fight, and then it broke out. But yeah, I think maybe get rid of the S and Y.
Stop saying what I'm about to say. Yeah, I completely agree.
Storm's gonna zip back in. He's got the Hex up onto a hasted Faceless Void. He's trying to run around. He's gonna get feared right back into the team, though. He gets stunned again. Now,
Ziggy gets stunned.
There. The bash was there. He does BKB. He has the ultimate and the refresher shard. He's gonna get stunned by the Sand King now. They're trying to get this
misses
out.
The Storm.
The misses the Storm Spirit. Now Ziggy's gonna die. The Slaughter dies as well. But the Storm, he's gonna be able to survive. He gets back out of harm's way. Echo with
what
big
an Echo!
slam out there onto the Juggernaut. He did buy back for that, so that is a dieback. So each carry has died back, and now Storm's gonna come into the middle of things. He wants to clean things up. Tar is gonna BKB and Satanic. Forces to start Storm back for the moment, but that Lich Ult is still bouncing around through there. Rex is taking the damage. Tar now, he's going to try to heal up onto these. Storm's just going to clear the wave. He wants to get that back Tor protection. They do have a fort. I don't know why they're not using it. This tower is actually surviving pretty well with the regen from the Lich. The backline, the Aegisworn does die. Storm, he is taking a lot of damage, doesn't have very much mana. He's going to have to back up. Sand King buyback. He's going to go for the stun. It triggers the Lincolns. The ward does get thrown down. Aegisworn buys back as well.
Our inbound
notification is not working because I'm not sure why the Dire are not using this glyph, but they're going to go in for Tar here. Again, the stun onto 2. AAL is going to connect here, but is it going to be enough? The Satanic comes out again, but the disarm is there. They're getting the magic damage out there, but the BKB.
Oh my god, what a BKB!
He buys back. He's going to be able to zip through here. He's going to find Tar now. One more auto attack will do it. He will get that kill. The stun now onto the Bristleback. I don't think they could really do this, just the 2 of them here. Slaughter is back in 13 seconds. And the game is going to be basically even. Nobody has buybacks anymore. All 10 heroes are either on cooldown or not available due to gold. The 2 supports, on the Dire, the only 2 heroes here.
Oh my, here comes the AL.
It does connect, but the Storm's just going to back off.
Slaughter is here. Drax needs to get out of here. That Slaughter ult will make him extremely susceptible to these heroes. And Storm mana is almost already, yep, it's at full. It recharges so fast. And Veraxis is,
Dire's bottom shrine.
I can't believe he is so hard to kill, but oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think
so. I have a legitimate question. Like, do glyph not work in spectator mode anymore? Those notifications, did they break that?
I don't know.
Because it looks like both teams have glyphs, and that I don't understand why they didn't use it there. That Lich armor was healing that mid tower, that mid tier 3 was getting healed while they were damaging it. If they fort during that, it gains so much life, and they probably don't even lose a building. Very confused about that.
I'm not 100%. I'm not sure about that. That is a little odd, unless they were just so focused on what was going on that they didn't notice that they had fort up. But man, that just seems super unlikely. I mean, whenever you're in those situations, it seems like something I'm always looking at. So hard to say for sure, but boy, that was such a back and forth fight. I'll also say, I think the battle between the Storm Spirit and the Bristleback might be one of the most funny things. Like, they neither do any damage to themselves. Like they both are blasting, like, quill sprays and then the zip, and neither were causing any damage. It was kind of hilarious.
Oops, our Aegisworn is going to pop. It's a dieback on him. He's out for 2 minutes.
Might
No
be
AA ult.
reasonable opportunity for Machine Critical to try to take an objective. But it's so risky without buybacks. If they do make one mistake and lose a hero, that could, especially if it's the Storm or Juggernaut, that could lose the game for them.
At the same time, though, you have a numbers advantage. I mean, this is your best opportunity.
Unless you're waiting for Roche, right? And Roche might be up in 45 seconds. Juggernaut, very difficult for Zig to deal with. Zig still has his refresher shard in tow.
Radiant's bottom barracks
They're
are
doing
under
such a good job on locking him down, though. And LSV just put Veraxis down here because they know that he can't die to Storm Spirit. But Storm Spirit doesn't die to him either, and looks like he's gonna probably take this Rax. Tar showed up, but it does a ton of damage to that range Rax. LSC wishing they had a Lich to heal up their range Rax. Range Rax at 217. Are all heroes at 25 now? Nope, just Slardar. Slardar's the only one. I don't even know what Slardar gets at 25. Yeah, they're both decent. I don't know which one I would get. Having the Corrosive Haze active during BKB would be pretty nice, though.
It pierces BKB though, so as you can apply it after a BKB. I think they don't really have an active dispel.
Yeah, I would go the stun.
I think you get the crush stun.
No, an extra second and a quarter is pretty dang good. 'Cause what is it? 225.
Actually,
I don't see it.
Stun duration
still
1.
1 second. So yeah, that's pretty good. Double overkill stun. I thought it scaled. I thought it was a scaling thing, so I was looking at all the scaling things.
No.
I did not realize it was only 1 second, to be 100% honest.
Both teams again playing very cautiously.
I just kind of want to look at the graph.
About a minute until buybacks start to come off cooldown.
It's been a really close game. Storm Spirit is just having the game of his life. He's having so much fun. Those Bloodstone stones are getting quite low, though. Does have a meme hammer.
Over here now.
LSC, they found the big man. However, Mission Critical know that it's there. And they are moving into position. Oh, Chronosphere catches Juggernaut out. This would be a huge kill if they let him get him. So close, will they get him? They will! Juggernaut is down second. Chronosphere is activated. They will get the Slardar, but looks like, will they? I don't know. Sand King comes in with his ult and actually ends up killing the AA. And now Tar is in all sorts of trouble, and he will go down. They're trying to get that last hero, and they will. Slardar does finally go down. Stormspear gets some damage done to him, but not too much. And now it is the giant raid boss that is Veraxis. Tar ends up having his buyback, comes back immediately. They're going for the Sand King now. Ziggy trying to catch up to the high ground, but not able to. Burrow Strike will take Sand King down, and will he be protected there? Looks like they're trying to... Oh, Echo actually didn't go for him. I'm completely shocked by that. Oh, I thought they knew he was there, and they just let him go. So 3 heroes go down for Mission Critical. Will Stormspirit try to come back in and take this rush? Doesn't look like it. Buyback shards. Looks like...
2 buybacks did get used in that fight for LSC. Juggernauts is up now. He can use it if he wants to. Slaughter doesn't have the gold. Look at this Lich. This is fairly surprising. They have big items on these heroes. They needed to be saving for buyback.
LSC gonna start
Something that we have
down
harped
his
on
racks.
Past like 35 minutes. Like, if you don't have buyback and you're a core, it's inexcusable. Past about 45 minutes, if it's pretty inexcusable for a support to not have it too. Like,
So
after 45 to 50 minutes,
everyone should have
Dire's
buyback.
bottom barracks.
yeah.
It does look like the glyph is working, so that wasn't a pretty large error for Mission Critical. They do give up on that. What Omniscience is going to go down. Tar will go
Oh,
up.
look at tick down
And
there.
it looks like they're trying to hit Ziggy. Oh, Echo Slam. I'm not sure it hit anything to be 100% honest. Tar is back and hitting things back and forth, trying to see if they can get some lockdowns. Slaughter will come in and get a nice 2-man crush. Sand King Alt will come in there. It looks like Tar will able to eat some cheese and come back up, activate the BKB. He's trying to hit things. He's completely locked in with that fissure though, and he is not going anywhere. Storm Spirit did die. He will come back in. Lich Dagon's Tar to finish him off. Echo is jumping around like a crazy man, but he will be too long for this world. Will go down. Here on the back line, looks like Braxis will be the next victim of LSC, and Mission Critical.
Oh, they go right. Oh, the
oh
void.
my
They
God!
see you now.
Ziggy needs to get out of there. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to. He is a dead man. Oh,
That's 3 diebacks right there. That's just game as long as Mission Critical go down a lane together. They have 2 minutes to push and end.
oh, that was a huge misplay from Zig. I'm not really sure what he was doing there.
He was trying to see if he wanted to go into that fight and then just took an unfortunate path right where the Storm Spirit went.
Oh,
Get out of there. Braxis will buy back, but they do know that it's going to be 2-on-5 here. Storm Spirit is showing no fear. He is going to get cold feeded up. He uses the Bloodstone effect, but now his team has arrived. They get the stun onto the Bristleback to kill him. They guarantee this. The fear is out there. He is still very tanky. The Healing Ward is doing all kinds of work here. There is a Fortify out there. I'm not really sure what they're forting for because they're hitting a hero, and he is dead. Aegis Horn is up, but his ult is down for 20 seconds. They go straight for the win. GG, well played is the call. What a game. Crazy back and forth. And just a team fight kind of goes a little bit sideways at the end, and Mission Critical.
man. That was a hell of a game. I had no idea who was going to win the game for most of the series. I can't even talk right now. I'm just... How many big team fights do we have? There were so many.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long game, lots of fights. If you look at the graphs, they were all kinds of back and forth. And I think at the end of the day that it just comes down to like not being able to contain the Storm Spirit. And he was just able to do so much in team fights and avoid lots and lots of damage. It really felt like he controlled pretty much everything after about 25-30 minutes.
All right, guys, I need some water. Me and Legion need to get in the next lobby. We will see you in just a few minutes. All right, everybody. We have game 2 of Mission Critical versus LSC or LSV if you're in Twitch, which you should be in Twitch, twitch.tv/allaboutdota. However, we are all blessed to have Maniac. Maniac can bring some calm stability to me in Legion's draft analysis. Legion. We'll just kick it off to Maniac. What do you think of the draft so far?
Pretty usual for LSC. I personally don't really like Venomancer like at all, but it's a lot of good magic damage. But it seems you get a pipe and or BKBs and it kind of is negated a hero for the most part.
It seems like LSC want to push super early already. That's what I would take for it.
Yeah. Witch Doctor, I really like Maldict, especially in like the laning stage, because it's super strong. Shadow Demon, also pretty good laner with his poison. You get a bunch of stacks on you early, and a lot of people underestimate how much damage that actually does.
Yeah, I really, I think Maledict is severely underrated in this particular skill set. Even in the pros, you see it in some of, I think, the Asian teams like it. Witch Doctor can be countered because his stun is not reliable, and especially when you have Shadow Demon, who also doesn't have technically a reliable stun, but I think Witch Doctor is very strong in lane. And if you put him with a core that has anywhat of some burst damage, you can usually get some pretty easy kills, especially if it's going to be an AA Venomancer going against you. I'd be curious what LSC are going to line up with all this magic damage. I'm wondering if they're going to put more physical DPS or if they're going to put the push.
I really think they need to get someone with strong right click, just because if you go all in if you're trying to go all in push, but then you don't draft any right click, like as long as they survive that initial push, like you're not gonna win because you can't kill anyone once they get BKBs up.
It feels like this is a Medusa kind of pick. A hero's gonna fit in here. What they really want to do, I feel that what they really want to do is pick Drow. But obviously she's not available. So I think next best thing in this situation is probably like a Dusa, and then that probably moves the Veno to the off lane and makes the carry something that's going to have to push as well. I feel Lycan is still fairly underrated right now.
Oh, I completely agree.
You're going to go for that death ball kind of style.
Actually, Lycan wouldn't be bad for LSC right now with all that magic damage. Yeah. Get them in a position where they want to run away and then just chase them down.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Paired up with Venomancer. Like this adds team fight. So they've got good magic damage coming out from the supports. They've got save with the Shadow Demon, physical damage and magic damage, and they're not letting the Queen get last man this time. So that does tell us that Veno is going to be either off lane or support or both.
Don't like him in the carry position.
I don't think he does enough with farm. And it's not really a Ziggy hero. They could put Ziggy in the off lane. Vraxis does tend to play this kind of hero, so maybe it is his.
Admiral
Kunkka. I like the Kunkka pick. It can help hold that Queen of Pain in place. Adds that the Rum is a very, very good buff to have against the Venomancer and AA. If timed correctly, obviously.
10 seconds remaining.
Rum is good in general, right?
5 seconds
I
remaining.
mean, why is it always gone?
It's always gone. The rum is always gone. Talk about a series of movies that just... Ugh. Anywho, Lifestealer does love himself some rum, though. Guess he's got the Queen of Pain to hop in. I was trying to think of what other vehicles that... They don't really have other vehicles.
If the Venomancer is a core, he will be a vehicle as well. But I think this signals that Ziggy's hero's coming up next, so they could definitely
10
pick something
seconds
here.
remaining.
Magnus might be pretty
5
decent.
seconds remaining.
They're definitely going to want something
Radiant team banned.
to go along with that Lifestealer, I feel. The Lifestealer is almost certainly Braxis' hero. They banned the Centaur, that's another good vehicle. I wonder if you do something, I don't know that I've seen him play it, but like, what if you do like a puck?
10 seconds remaining.
That would be interesting.
5 seconds
On LSC?
remaining.
Yeah. Offlane puck, S4 it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you don't
I
have to
mean,
lock into that vehicle
puck-
either, so you
puck
could also
does
do
work
Underlord.
really well with Lifestealer and even Venomancer to some extent.
Well, and it's good AoE silence for like
Yeah.
the Witch Doctor Shadow Demon.
Actually, I kind of like
Even
the
the
puck,
tide.
and I don't usually like pucks, but I just feel that's a decent synergy with everything.
Radiant
I think if you're
team
gonna pick it, it's gonna go in the offlane. I don't think they're gonna pick it here though. I think
You
it's
can
more
also
likely-
dodge the Ravage fairly
Yeah.
easily
Yeah,
as long as it's not on
Magnus.
top of you.
Yeah,
Magnus, maybe an Underlord.
I don't mind the Underlord. I think, man,
Enigma with a quick BKB.
it does feel like
10
LC
seconds
might
remaining.
want to come online pretty fast, so Enigma might not be.
What about like a
5 seconds
Clockwork?
remaining.
It's a disrupting hero, similar to the puck, but they have players that play it.
Gets you on top of that Kunkka and can hold him in place while that Lifestealer goes to town on him.
Does leave you pretty short on damage. Means your 4 support is gonna have to get farm, which Venomancer can do with the jungle.
Juggernaut.
Okay, so it's gonna be offlane Lifestealer and safe lane Jug.
Yeah, LC definitely do not have catch again, right? They have a very similar problem in the last game.
The good news is that the Kunkka is almost certainly the mid hero, but I think this does open up like a Ember Spirit.
Yeah.
So
10
Storm is not
seconds
likely,
remaining.
but I think Ember, who has been pretty popular, could be a okay. Okay,
And
Well,
there you go.
that
Yep,
makes
There's
more
another
sense,
hero
yeah.
that fits into that as well.
Ooh.
Like you don't have catch for AM.
Yeah.
This is a quite good AM game.
Dang good.
It's gonna be a
AM
mid
game.
Juggernaut, mid Jug, and an Echo Queen. Is this support Queen or offlane? Or they?
I think it's a support queen. They do that.
that is
Ugh,
weird.
Not a fan. I'm not a fan. I have played with it. I don't know. It can work. It's risky though.
It's kind of an all-in on the laning phase, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
worse you do in the laning phase, 10 minutes from then, it's gonna feel really bad.
I like Mission Critical's draft. Kind of where we were at the end of the last one. I give them a slight edge coming out. I don't think it's like a uber outdraft or anything like that, but I do like their lineup a little bit more.
I think if Mission Critical takes this late, there's nothing LSC is going to be able to do.
Yeah, I mean, LSC has a timer. I mean, the win condition is take tier 3 before AM comes online. I mean, that's what they're gonna have to do.
I do think they have more heroes that scale into the late game, though. I mean, they have 4 heroes that potentially can scale.
I
AM
think
is
Kunkka
AM.
AM is going to just like outscale it on itself. And Tide
Yeah.
can do quite a bit in the late.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think if it gets to that ultra late game,
Prepare
it's
for
kind of a
battle.
4-on-2. But I think you're right in that if it gets to like 40 minutes, the edge definitely swings to Dire. Like I think from 40 to 60 to 65 minutes.
See, defensive try. My MC here.
I think I agree with the ultra late game in sense of like team fight, but man, I just think they could just split LSC to pieces. LSC do not have good wave clear, and they could easily push all 3 lanes in at the same time and not really be able to do much about it. And I don't think anything can stop that AM. Even though they may not be able to win a team fight, they can't push it. They can't push a lane either.
Venomancer can hold the lane by himself with wards. Basically, Queen can clear waves by herself. AA's got the ultimate. Juggernauts can be able to farm. I think they have a decent enough wave clear. I definitely think MC has an advantage in that early part.
Ziggy and Milkfridge are banging a drum down here.
There is going to be an invasion up into the top lane with that tri-lane. They're just going to run right at the Queen of Pain. Is going to get disrupted up. Then they're going to turn and they're actually going to fight this out. The stun comes out here. The Veno not able to pick that up. The AM gets that in a first blood as well.
First blood.
So they got 2 bounties in the bottom lane. So the bounties will split 2-2, but they do get the first blood.
Yeah, that's, that coconut actually can be used pretty well after the disruption. Good little. Who got the first blood? Was that was anti-mage too? So it's definitely good for mission critical.
I think this AM should go the reflect next. That way, as soon as this Queen just tries to spam dagger, you just reflect it back to him.
Definitely agree with that. Tidehunter's asking for. Can you tie 5 the opposite team?
I hope so, because that would be amazing.
That would be
but
amazing.
I don't think so. No.
Vale, Volvo, please do that.
Give. You have some
Got an advantage.
another disruption. He's
Quite a ways back. Man, Queen is kind of kicking her own butt though. Holy cow.
Top is missing.
I think they are gonna need to rotate a hero up. Milkbridge probably gonna need to go up there, but if he does that, then Tidehunter is gonna have a much more free experience. But these heroes in the top lane are taking a lot of damage. That shit poison not quite able to get to the Veno. Oh, Joey missed 2 of them in that.
I've
Feels
actually
bad.
been pretty dang close to killing Veraxis if he hits that. Oof, just stops right in front of Veraxis. It's kind of fun. Milkfridge taking over for Aegis Warren. Aegis Warren is on the east coast, so getting pretty late there already. Ooh, Witch Doctor might get a decent cask off, but actually opts to run away, and that killed him.
Probably dying no matter what there, so you might as well just throw that cask.
Absolutely. That's a cool little courier. It's like a robo-droid from the terrible prequel Star Wars movies.
I was thinking I kind of looked like a replicator.
Kinda
It's not anymore because it's
Yeah,
black.
that's what I thought he was gonna say it was.
Veno, they're chasing after him again. The vanish is there. AM gonna walk up here.
Not much
And,
that Queen of Pain can do about
be the
that
death.
either. Watch his good friend die. That's about all he's
Feeling
gonna be able to
good,
do.
man.
How's Ziggy doing in terms of CS? Really well, keeping it tied down to 1 CS so far. It's pretty damn good.
Okay, chilling touch spam. It's been constant.
Echo daggered himself in the top lane. I think Veraxis ended up going down again, and Echo
Oh,
walks
the
right
2
next
people.
to Veraxis. The cask's gonna bounce back and forth. And nice kill from Witch Doctor. I don't know what AM was blinking onto there. I thought
He was getting his ring of health.
Ah. Definitely not the game LLC one. This is the laning phase, not going according to plan for sure. AM off to a very, very nice start. 20 and 12 CS boards so far.
Kunka got a DD. Very nice for him. Oof. Take like half his health. That's one more crit. Doesn't even.
Oh, it gets the bottle charges.
Just turn and hit. He didn't have Tidebringer set to automatically go, so he didn't hit when he turned around.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you have to toggle it on and off more now.
He's getting 9 for that. Yep.
And he didn't kill the healing ward either, so Tara's gonna get most of his heals brought back and a couple hits in the tower
Dire's
too.
middle tower
LSV looked
Because Tidebringer doesn't give you the bonus damage on the deny anymore, it's more important to toggle it when you're using it and not using it.
Let's see. You're gonna get all the bounty runes. Oh.
That is, man, I am, speaking of Dota, man, I am pumped for some major games tomorrow. I don't even know if I want to watch the live ones, because really good ones in the past will be good to watch.
Let's all just call in sick and watch Dota.
Already did it.
Ah!
No, you have to get a job and then call in sick.
Oh.
How can you call in sick?
He's just gonna call his mom.
Aw.
I'm sick. I can't come into work today.
Gotta tell her my tummy hurts.
This laning phase has been quite quiet, as you can tell by our not very witty banter.
This Lifestender's gonna have Midas here shortly.
Really interesting, huh?
That last 75 gold.
I think. Does the Lifestealer benefit that much from the attack speed? I don't think he does. And the levels
I think it's pretty nice.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
picks up another kill there with the good rotation.
I think if you go like a Maelstrom, like between the two, like it's a lot of attack speed and farming ability.
Yeah, it's just with the nerf to the gold on Midas, it feels not very good. Unless you're a hero that really needs the attack speed. Honestly, the only hero that I feel that it's like good on is Legion Commander right now.
That's a hero.
She benefits greatly from it. Situationally, yeah, I think she's actually
Echo
pretty
just
good.
daggered himself again.
Yeah, he just can't cast that onto the anti-mage unless he sees counterspell go up.
Tide might go down. Ziggy not able to get a good body block. Frozen Feet will not proc. Ziggy gets a good body block there. That's a dead Tide.
He is pretty tanky, and they don't really have the best way to get through it. Not until this Lifestealer goes.
Shark. And hand flung up in the air. No steamboats yet. I don't know why steamboat is the word I decided to use, but I did. And Steamboat Tar will be able to get away.
Go shrine up. So ulti's gonna be back up too, so if you wanted to go somewhere to try to get a kill, you could.
Man, Tide is a super easy kill, but I don't even know if it's worth its rotation. That's the hard part. Ooh, he sees a. Oh man. Ah man, if Tar, I don't think he had the high ground vision there because it's nighttime, but if he would have seen that coming earlier.
I don't know if he has the attack speed for it to be enough. Maybe with the spin.
He was.
Yep.
Oh wow. Dodges that
Gonna
Omni
be
slash.
close.
Will he get disrupted? Oh, I don't think that was the hero you wanted to hit. Will it be enough?
Oh, the
Oh, he X'd himself.
Man, that
He saves
disruption
the Kunkka.
was a super ballsy move to hit him instead of Tar.
They're just leaving this AM though.
Yeah, this AM definitely still needs some farm. Has his Ring of Health. It's the only component of his battle fury he's currently going. Gotta go for full treads first. Put the spell shield on a little little fast there. Or I guess counter spell is what it's called. Echo.
He just didn't want the follow-up dagger there. So the tide does go down into the bottom lane, finally.
Apparently he was a raw.
What do you think this life stealer is gonna go first? He's up to 1,500 gold, so
He's going for Radiance.
it's
Almost guaranteed.
Which
it's pretty good against
up on the Verax,
right
right? Will go out. That is a very dead Venomancer.
No, the Radiance is not bad. I'm just not a huge fan of Midas into Radiance. It's
greedy.
a little old and greedy, and I don't know. I just don't think it's very efficient. I know it is very popular, so I am in the minority of my opinion on this. But as someone who has played a lot of Lifestealer games, I just think there are better things that you can.
I think it puts you a little behind too, because it takes you longer to come online, and you don't want to take longer to come online against the anti-mage.
Yeah, you're basically matching up, right, with his pace, and he's definitely gonna benefit from that. It's 10 minutes, and he's well on his way to a Battle Fury here.
Does have his treads finished. Voidstone acquired.
See the drums out first from Tar on this jug. Spins, but it's not fast enough. Still gonna go though. Yeah, AAL.
With a pretty decent rotation, I will say. Definitely the way I like to see AA played, more of a...
Switch Doctor needs to be careful top, because Echo's gonna blink here in a second, it seems like. Oh, nope, he's just gonna... I think he could've killed that.
Brax is kind of getting caught up in all the stuff in that forest there. Oh, we will end up going down. Witch Doctor will take down as well. Now Echo has no mana. Anti-Mage will fire his ult at him. Now Echo ring around the tree. Will oh my gosh, Echo, what a freaking ring around the roses, but not
right
gonna find him. Oh, and just one hit with the massive blades of anti-magic. Yeah, I just said that, anti-mage. Jeez, to repeat it. Ziggy. Looks like they're gonna go for a kill on Tide, try to do a little counterplay.
Yeah.
Flash, but easy Blade Fury dodge. AA alt will flip, actually. That is a very dead Tide Hunter. Veraxis will go down again in the top lane. Tar claims the kill on Tide.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Arcane power from Kunkka. Kunkka firing a giant fish over at AA. Now, actually, Tar he's body blocking, trying to give himself a little bit of protection, but won't quite be enough. Now Tar not able to get out of the X, but Ziggy has rotated in. And man, Deathwalker to Kunkka has all sorts of help. It's a nice double man torrent. Ziggy pulls up the rage. Oh my gosh, the LSV heroes are so low. Another Blade Fury from Tar will end up getting the kill, but now Tar is going to have to do some moves of his own. Oh, Tidehunter decides not to pursue, and Tar will just beam out. Ziggy is very low on mana now. And the Tidehunter is looking for blood. Witch Doctor cast will be blocked by the rage, and that expends the rest of Ziggy's mana. He will head off to the shrine. Echo daggers himself in the top lane again. Really enjoying throwing daggers at himself.
Seems like a dangerous hobby.
That is definitely a dangerous hobby.
I mean, she is the queen of pain, though, so...
Maybe that's why he's doing it, actually.
Banishes out there on the Milk Bridge, as well as the... Ooh, wow, they even used the Void on there, too.
Oh, and that's what Echo just did.
Echo didn't dodge it, though.
He did disjoint it with his blink, but it does mean that he blinked to leave the Veno all alone.
Go for it.
Veno
Go Echo, go ult. Oh.
Move on AM, but he will blink out. However, that means this Shadow is attempting to disrupt himself, but
man, if that would have been like a
strong.
0.2 of a second later, then he would have gotten that off and the ult would have missed.
he
That
would
would have been a
very,
huge
very
feels
happy.
bad, man.
Yeah, that would have been a very happy Witch Doctor. Malik will get popped up on Tar, but nice omni-slash dodging. Oh, but it's not quite enough. Still gets the kill. Tar will have Malik on him, but he's in pretty good shape with the especially
Not quite a Ravage. Just coming up.
we're pretty much bringing back everyone to full.
You go Battle Fury on this Juggernaut. He had Maelstrom queued up, which I thought was better, but
Tide's taking a ton of damage here. He wants to be a little bit careful. Here up in the top lane, we have more action. Braxis gets taken down once again. Now Echo tries to blink away and is able to do it with the magic stick.
he's gonna go for the bounties
Go
though.
for the bounties. He will end up getting it. He does have a bottle.
Worthy tribute. Radiant's top tower
Echo's
is under
ult
attack.
back up in 70 seconds. We'll get some of his mana brought back. AM has his ult online as well. Ziggy about 400 gold from having his relic. AM's Battle Fury is online. Quite ahead of Tar as if Tar opted to finish that build. Three heroes coming in here from Mission Critical. And actually kind of an awkward Ravage combination on Zig. He will just rage TP out. In fact, Milkfridge actually might get away. Oh, and he does end up getting killed. Tar comes in here with a nice Blade Fury. Gonna start beating up this Tidehunter quite profusely, and the Shadow Demon ult's not quite fast enough to save the Tidehunter, but now Kunkka gonna start throwing his combinations at Tar. Bring him down to half health. Echo's around, but doesn't have a ton of mana to really contribute to much. He will blink away, but gets a nice blink, brings him back in, and sends Echo to the drink.
They do end up getting some kills, but that was a big mistake to imprison that Lifestealer while he was just stunned by Ravage.
Yeah, it's kind of sloppy on the Kunkka's part.
Oh wow.
Oh, that was not the target.
No, yep.
Stuck with all of LC are tied being top players and blocking LC out, but Tar pop up by omni-slash now.
Yeah, Joey and Darth had quite good games in game one. They're struggling a little bit, I feel, this time. Darth has missed a couple X torrent combos, and Shadow Demon, the second time in a row there, chooses the wrong target. I don't know if that was a misclick or if he tried to imprison the AA for some reason, but as soon as that AA all hit onto the Kunkka, the spin starts going. That definitely needed to be the hero.
The creeps actually almost saved him.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom
with
has fallen.
the disruption, I think he almost certainly lives there, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
doesn't connect.
Nothing.
Yeah, Tar does that a lot on the Juggernaut, and teams have not quite figured out how to punish that. And here it goes.
Hit Ziggy just on the premise of it. And that might be able to control Ziggy up and back. Blade Fury starts to chomp down Floyd again. And will end up finishing the kill. And Darth Walker is almost death, but no obviously.
Radiant's middle tower
Will
has
Echo try
fallen.
to see if he can get that Kunkka combination off. Kunkka does not want to. Yeah, you don't want to armor toggle too much. You do have a poison on
Radiant's
you.
middle tower
He's
is
being
under
very
attack.
careful about it. Should be
Dire's
okay.
bottom tower is under attack.
And while all that's going on, though, this AM is just having free reign. The other two lanes on the
yeah,
map.
There's
Push.
an AM.
Yeah, pushes in the mid lane, immediately goes to the top, so they do lose a couple heroes in the tier 2. This AM is getting all kinds of farm, though. Battle Fury Yasha already done. He's well on his way to having a Manta style. The pings do come out. They want to go on to him, but I just don't know that there's much that these two heroes can do.
Yeah, I mean, especially these two heroes. I honestly think AM could go in on Viraxis, kill him, and just walk away. Ziggy almost has Radiance up online. We'll give them an ability.
That orangutan kiss just sounds like a fart.
It doesn't sound good.
It just does not sound like a kiss. It sounds like a fart.
Radiant's
Just throwing it out there.
is under attack.
It's a fart sound.
Oh, man.
Witch Doctor's got the fast scepter queued up.
Bounty.
Even that bounty, not
Dyer's
knowing
top
that
tower
Joey
is
walked
under
around.
attack.
Bounty.
Move, I would say.
We'll move Cotton. See how it plays out.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good opportunity for a disruption combination there, but
Dyer's structures
decided
are
not to
fortified.
do it.
Okay, the Radiance is complete on to the Life Stealer now.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Has arrived top.
AM's just gonna push mid. He's DD'd. He's more than happy to let him do this.
He's
Oh.
and he's like going as 1300 L, 1400 now. Possibly. Totally with the on the side because Joey Rabbit goes out and will end up finishing off Viraxis. Really well dead in this scenario. Looks like Deathwalker may be next to get poisoned up. He's gonna get some work done. He's getting more poisoned up. Getting beat down by LSC. He's gonna see if he can get this Neko, but he isn't able to kill. However, the tower might know if he bottled
Dyer's
up. He
top
is good
tower
to go.
has fallen.
And looks like another tower
Dyer's
for
middle
LSC.
tower is under attack.
They are just snowballing the crap out of this game right now, and that is what they needed to do.
And you got Mr. Pesky Anti-Mage just taking towers himself.
Radiant
Doesn't need a
structures
team.
are fortified.
He's got the Manta as well.
Little.
And
Oh, I
he's
think if you stayed there,
well
you
on
could
his
just
way to
get that
back.
man off.
Dyer's structures are
Yeah,
fortified.
Ziggy's gonna take some more towers, start burning into this pesky Witch
Radiant's
Doctor.
bottom tower has been denied. Dyer's middle tower
Have this
is under attack.
today. Oh,
Dyer's top
Good
tower
deny.
is
yeah, you're not gonna go to your physical, then I'm gonna deny this tower. Show you that. Yeah, that was a beautiful deny. The net worth chart here. Anti-Mage has a fairly clear advantage right now, which is pretty much the opposite of what you want when you're LSE. Not what they want right now. Tar's still doing pretty good in terms of farm, and Ziggy's just slightly behind him, but man, a little rough. What's Tar going next? He going his own Manta style? Yeah. He's gonna be a full item behind Anti-Mage. No, honestly, no, he'll be 2 items behind Anti-Mage. Whew.
He does have the drum.
That's true. Anti-Mage doesn't have a drum.
But kind of expecting AM to outfarm everybody once he gets that Battle Fury.
This window for LSC might be shut sooner than we originally thought, though, with his Anti-Mage getting out of control as much as he is.
He still needs the Basher and a BKB, I think, before he's out of control. He is farming very, very well right now.
The rest of the heroes over on Mission Control are getting some interesting out. It looks like Tide's going to go for a Force Staff. Aether Lens up on the Shadow Demon, and a Shadow Blade up on the Kuka.
He's
Is he
going to
going
Force
for the-
Staff because there's a lot to cancel that Blink Dagger between the AA, the Veno, the Queen. There's just so much AoE stuff that can cancel that Blink. It's just better to go with Force Staff.
And on top of that, there's the slows, so when you're trying to run away from things as well, so the open wounds, the slows from the Queen and the Veno as well.
Radiant's middle
There's
tower
a
is
lot
under
of movement
attack.
slow that Force Staff is going to be very good against, so it's good for initiation and for running away.
Viraxis has finished the Guardian Greaves. Milk Fridge looks like it has finished actually a Rod of Atos. I would say.
I think the biggest problem, honestly, for Mission Control right now is like how poor their supports are. That the two supports net worth combined is basically milk fridges.
Radiant are scanning.
And Radiant do scan right on top multiple heroes. Vraxis is invis there as well. There was a ping because they had a sentry that Vraxis walked through. I don't think Roche is really an option for either team yet. AM has arrived, level 19.
And he has his basher. Looks like he's gonna skip the BKB and go right into Abyssal Blade. Kunkka Shadow Bladed in.
Mistake, I feel.
It feels like more of an all-in.
Gives him the
like
potential that if they just send one
hello,
person
Milk
to
Fridge.
deal with him, he can just jump on him and kill him
There's
super
a
fast.
Kunkka here for you. But guess what? He gets his Rod of Atos off, and Kunkka gonna act. Oh, Joey Watts went right back into him, and now Tar's gonna end up killing him. He will get Demonic purged up, but he will go down anyways. Kunkka did activate his Shadow Blade. Oh, Ravage actually does hit too. The Witch Doctor all start laying into Tar, and looks like Viraxis. And Viraxis is actually gonna tank everything for Tar, playing pretty dang well there. Echo will get a dagger up on the Tidehunter. And actually, they're going to charge uphill. This might actually be a pretty massive error. And Tar is just going.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, AM against Ziggy, he has burned all the mana, has got him down to half HP. So they are getting those kills up there. Nice bash coming out
Bash
here
is
from
who
the
first?
Lifestealer. Lifestealer, though, is going to win that with the tower putting out that damage and having lifesteal.
I don't think it would have killed him, but it would have been pretty close. That AAL.
It also would have been annoying to have to sit and base till that wore off and then
That's
heal
also
up.
true.
Does have the Abyssal now. MKB next. Man, he is avoiding this BKB. I feel that's like a really big mistake. They've got the Venom Answer ults. They've got the Ancient Apparition. All the Queen of Pain damage. They have a lot of AoE magic damage. Yes, the Basher will go through. But I think you really need to be concerned about that.
I mean, yes, like I totally know the Radiance, but like, really with Anti-Mage, aren't you mostly focused on split pushing? Like, do you really need the Monkey King bar right now?
Well, the Monkey King bar, like, again, like, it does not give true hit anymore.
No.
It's like a percentage based, right? So I don't know that it's giving you enough benefit on a hero like Anti-Mage that's going to hit really, really fast anyway. As they use a lot of stuff on the Lifestealer.
Yeah,
It's not even really worth a whole lot there.
that's
Milk
how I
Fridge
feel
could be the
about
next
it,
one to
too.
go. Oh, with the juke, maybe?
No way.
Oh, the
my
jukes.
God.
Milk Fridge, juking.
How did he not go
Ooh.
up into those trees?
What a play
Oh,
from Milk
swah.
Fridge there.
They do get the carry there, though. Should get a tier 2 tower, except the creeps are back at their base, so
Oh my gosh.
but not.
All the way back at the base.
They got lots of vision for the jungle and AM getting more farm though.
So they're gonna group up maybe and head towards the mid lane. All that's there, though,
Did
is
that right underneath the ward.
some illusions
Dire's
there.
middle
So
tower
they
is
smoke
under
right on top of a ward. He gets pinged out by Milk Fridge. Still, Viraxis is in the neighborhood. They're gonna check out the Roshan pit. Nobody's there.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Viraxis.
Oh, yep. Then there's
Yeah.
the blink in the bash.
Goodbye.
That is a dead Venom.
Oh, actually, Omega Slash not going to be enough there. Atos. Hold
I was
off
really
on
hoping he was
that
gonna
Ravage.
counterspell that.
Really big miss in the Malik there. Ravage will go out, but Tar has Blade Fury up. However, the Demonic Purge kind of purging him in position there, and he will end up going down to that Anti-Mage ult. Ziggy kind of gets here, kind of end of the show here, but 2 kills will immediately go down for LSC, and looks like they're trying to get this Kunkka here, but I think his Shadow Blade's probably about up. Oh, 6 seconds, it will not be up, and man, only Anti-Mage survives. That was a little bit of a back and forth team fight there. I felt that
Dire's middle tower.
The Tidehunter was late on that Ravage, so Targa was able to get the Omni Slash through it, or the Blade Fury through it. The AM did miss, like Maniac said, he missed the, he had an opportunity, and I thought it was a pretty good one to get the counterspell off on the Omni. Did not, but that'll be a tier 3.
Dire's middle tower tower.
Yeah, I think as soon as you see that Juggernaut run up to you as AM like that, like, you just push it.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it gives you, you know, a second and a half to blink away.
Yeah, now their shrines are vulnerable. Like, that was a huge win for LSC.
He just manta dodged the dagger. Cool guy. Echo needs to be careful though, because this AM will kill him.
I mean, if he bounces that dagger back and then blinks on him, what can Echo do about it?
He doesn't even need to bounce the dagger back. He just needs to get on him, abyssal him. He's gonna die. Oh, he is in the danger zone.
Okay, I'm gonna get Atos up, gonna put up the magic shield, but not gonna do a whole lot of good if... Oh, able to get off all those Atoses though. It's close though. Am still hasn't died yet, 8-0. Having a pretty dang good game so far.
Caster curse, he's gonna die in the next minute and a half.
Sorry, animations. It's not you, it's me. No, it's you. I don't. I'm just a support player, and I feel out of all the cores I've died to the most, I'm sure Anti-Mage is pretty high up there. Brax is gonna run into a Kunkka. Just gonna throw the kitchen sink at him. He will get nothing off, and he will be down for 44 seconds. That should be a pretty easy tier 2 for mission.
Echo and Milkridge are in the Roche pit, but okay, here come the other two.
Yeah, I don't think Milkridge and Echo are not the ones who do a whole lot of damage to Mr. Roche, but Ziggy and Target's pretty good. Ziggy picks up his Abyssal Blade.
You're gonna there's a solo smoke by the Witch Doctor.
Mission Control are on the way, and they officially know about it. Oh,
yeah, they're trying to get.
Will knock off that badge. Oh, Ravage will come online, but Echo grabbed the Aegis, thinking that their Aegis was a little bit in trouble. Not sure if that was the player or not. Witch Doctor all will come off and start beating down into Ziggy, but man, it does not do a whole lot of damage. Then Omni Slash sure as hell does, and just rips apart Mission Control. Only 2 cores left, and it looks like Kunkka is going to be going down. AM does get his ultimate off, but still hasn't actually gotten a kill yet. Ziggy finally ends up going down. And here on the backline, Tar not able to see the Kunkka, and he gets away with just a sliver of health. And now LSC only down Ziggy, have the choice of what they want to do, and looks like they're calling it. They're going uphill.
Yeah, I think it might have been better for that AM to just stay bottom. I think he could have got at least the tier 3 if he would have stayed down there.
They do have buybacks, and the Kunkka is at full HP now. And they have a fort if they decide to use it this time. Okay, they do. Last game they did not. AM not blinking in there. I really feel if this AM had a BKB, he could have no fear.
I think he goes on Veraxis or Echo. They have such a high mana pool that you just burn it all and blow everybody up.
Or Veraxis. Here comes the kitchen sink again. Veraxis just nothing he can do about it. Went the Atos for something like a mobility item, which I think actually he probably wanted to get. I think Venno is just such a positioning heavy hero. Like, you're gonna die if you're out of position, and they have so much catch over on Mission Control.
I just think they needed these Atoses to have a chance at this AM.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on whether or not they need to prioritize that right now, and if they just want to. I mean, they are able to. I mean, whether or not it's a AM should be or not, but he is pulling into fights and seeing if he, instead of split pushing and causing base damage to LSC, if he continues to do that, then who cares if you're not really killing him as long as you keep winning the team fight and take objectives.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I just think that Atos is so easy to dodge on Anti-Mage. It's still a stupid good item, because they haven't nerfed it at all yet, have they?
I don't think so. If they did, it was pretty minimal.
Yeah, it's still crazy good.
Radiant are scanning.
Tar gonna go butterfly next. Not sure what Zig's going next.
They reduced cast range by 50 and increased cooldown by 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty minimal. It's still, I still think Immobilize is one of the best things in the game right now.
Oh, 5 Arachnus.
Poor Verax is just having a rough game. Ziggy actually runs in there and abyssals the anti-mage, but man, this is not the fight he wants to get. Tar and him up there. Witchhawker gonna go down the hall, and Tar gonna actually avoid death for a little bit and get a decent omni-slash off, but ends up going to the drink at the end. Now it looks like Echo's gonna see if he can get the Shadow Demon up. Ziggy,
damn, why are you farming?
Kunkka's gonna come in here and see if he can get the egg. Yeah, he will. And then that's 3 for 3 so far. And looks like Ziggy is on the run. Darth Walker does see him. Likely getting X off in here in just a second. He runs right into the anti-mage. Ziggy is disarmed. Will throw up the X. Will just rage through that. Here comes the Abyssal Blade though. Ziggy is completely out of mana now and will not be able to do much except fight. He will go down. Milk Fridge on the Ancient Apparition is the only one left. Invulnerable. Now it killed me in the middle of Omni. Oh wow. Did you guys see that?
I'm pretty sure he was far enough away from things that it ended, then he died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He did not die in it. You cannot die in it.
BKB up on AM now. 10 seconder. The good thing about waiting to buy that is, like, now it's full, so.
Anti-mage. Very dang strong right now.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Brax is 150 gold out from having his scepter, but will not be able to buy back. Speaking of buybacks, let's take a buyback chart right here. Obviously, surprise, Anti-Mage has buyback, and then 2 of the cores over on LSC. Brax is quite a ways out from having that buyback, and I am betting money he'll probably get his scepter before that. Tar.
AM's gonna go on this jug.
Right next AM. And here he goes. Oh, really kind of a slow Abyssal Blade there, but is able to get his Blade Fury off. Kind of slow on both of them there. Oh, didn't have his Omni quite up. That's why he didn't Omni Slash. Alright. Not sure if he would have anyways, unless he had an idea of who was revealing themselves on the map. Kunkka, 10-second BKB online. Mission Control are definitely getting some of their bigger items. Oh, Ziggy, I don't know why you're walking up here now, completely out of mana. Not going to be able to get anything done. Ravage will clip him in the back line, and Ziggy will end up going down. Now Echo is in quite a bit of trouble. Tar will get a nice Omni Slash off and will do a decent amount of damage, but no heroes from Mission Control are down yet. Darth Walker in the middle of it does throw up his BKB, and looks like side might go down, but it's going to take a lot to it, and it's still not on the LC. Do have a shrine. They better pop it now because Tarkin needs to stay alive. Okay, they don't need the shrine. It looks like, oh god, just one freaking ward, and then Tidehunter will go down. So 2 for 1 so far. It looks like that might, nope, never mind. Echo makes an aggressive play up on the Shadow Demon. Kunkka is around, but they don't see him. He's invisible, and Shadow Demon will go down. So 3 for 1. In pretty massive favor for LSC, and they're going to have an opportunity to take the shrine. And this is what Anti-Mage needs to do, right here.
I actually think he needs to skip into the mid lane and cut that wave.
Yeah.
That too, yep.
He's not gonna get it though.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, why is he in the jungle?
I don't know, he was hiding in a jungle camp in that fight too, instead of just either running away or like cutting a wave or going back in and fighting. It was very odd.
I mean, he backed out from the lane and went to the jungle to farm instead of doing anything. Anti-Mage needs to focus on split pushing and trying to see if he can get objectives from splitting versus farming the jungle. I mean, he's got a ton of gold. I don't think that's really his problem right now. LSC take a pretty easy lane at Rax. Tar's split pushing quite a ways out by himself. I think he heard a blink and Blade Fury away. Very close to the neighborhood. Will have his Heart of Tarask anytime he gets the courier. Looks like it'll be 2 for 2 for Bounty Runes.
I'm assuming he's gonna drop his boots out. For it.
I'll dig that.
Regeneration.
I just kind of feel Tar is anti-maging the Juggernaut. Like, he's the one splitting up the map and kind of forcing Mission Control to react.
I think it's super interesting that Kunkka has a refresher queued up, because I don't think that's what he should
gosh,
get.
why? His ult is such a low cooldown.
The BKB, I guess? I don't know, this is very strange.
LSC are going to lose one in the main top. Looks like Tar is very, very likely going to go down. I don't think
They got Ravage.
Oh, very awkward. Shadow Demon. Oh my god, Echo's ult will force all of the Mission Control to kind of loop around Tar, but they're going to blink back into position. Echo is doing everything he can to save his core. Firaxis will get the Guardian Greaves, and then the Healing Ward is actually going to keep Tar alive. Looks like he's going to get out. Oh, Shadow Demon just barely survives dying from Echo, but Echo stuck around too long and will likely pay for it. Firaxis was the sacrificial lamb, and after that, Echo will follow, and Echo did buy back, so that's a dieback for him. Ziggy's pushed all the way up to the top of the lane. Did beat back. Firaxis was forced to buy back to see if they can defend this high ground, and Anti-Mage immediately blinks ahead, start beating into this tier 3. LSC do fortify. One Atos expended. Tar immediately gets Missile Blade by the Anti-Mage and gets stunned up immediately after. Now Anti-Mage is starting to take some damage. Oh man, Kunkka's many ships are coming into combat. Going to start off being a little bit of effective, but after that, pretty much not being nearly as effective after that. Tar's going to start coming. BKB is activated by Anti-Mage. Ziggy is abyssal up and kind of locked into position. AA, very nice ult from him. Going to clip 2 because the Anti-Mage has BKB. Now Kunkka is going to BKB and Shadow Blade away. No reveal up on LSC. Tar sees a very tasty Witch Doctor. Going to see if he can make something of it. Firaxis gets a ward up, just kind of slowing him down just slightly. Some panic smoke, I guess? And now it looks like Darth Walker and Old Frog on the Tidehunter are going to get away, but Ziggy is still in hot pursuit. Anti-Mage is going to blink in, throw a first hit mash up on Ziggy, but the X is kind of a little bit awkward and blinks him back, and now Anti-Mage is actually A-toast up in 1 bash, 2 bash, Abyssal Blade. Will they finally take this Anti-Mage down? He has a ton of damage on him, and the Shadow Demon did disrupt him there, making it a little bit awkward. I think he's going to make it. The Glimmer Cape should be able to protect him up, but now Tar is trying to get Old Frog down and will able to do it. Ooh, man, that disruption almost killed the Anti-Mage, but he will be back up to full health. He's in the fountain. Full health is back up, and he will be ready for combat. LSC are still down there. Queen of Pain. Glyph will be used by Mission Control. Tar's going to fly in there, dodges the boats with the Omni Slash, bouncing around all between heroes from Mission Control. Glimmer Keep will finally disrupt the Omni Slash. Here on the back line, BKB is expended by Anti-Mage. Start to lay into LSC and just blows up 2 heroes. Tar is all by himself, and there is no getting away from the LSC captain. He will go down, and LSC takes one tier 3, forces some buybacks, but
That
AML wrecked the Lifestealer.
who do you use it on? Was it on? I wasn't.
The AA.
AA, okay. Oof.
Yeah, he burned all his mana, and then the AA used himself. He put out as much damage on the Lifestealer as he could, ulted the AA as soon as he came down and killed them both.
Buybacks are available from Tar, Ziggy, and that is it for LSC.
I do like this mana vote. It cooldown at the level 25.
Yeah, he's gonna be just throwing out mana voids for days.
3 really good targets.
Oh man, Echo didn't fire a dagger at himself. A little surprised. Oh, just off the target for getting the Atos.
Surprised he didn't just go on this queen.
Will be on the queen. Queen will be flung up in the air and taken down. No buyback from her. She was definitely way out of position. I'm not really sure what the goal was that she was going to accomplish on this. And now it's going to be a 3-on-2 for LSC, and LSC not able to really accomplish much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Kunkka went Ghost Fleet and Refresher.
So that's why he got the refreshers for the Ghost Fleet.
That's so silly.
That is silly.
Darth has been all about the meme builds in this series, so.
Ziggy, the only hero for LSC that currently has buyback. Tar's got over 7 minutes. Rax is down to 4 minutes. Echo down to 3. And the Ancient Healer is just quite poor. Ancient will have his Scepter online in about... Now he will.
They're coming in.
Roche is getting low. Tar is engaging. Does throw down the Omni Slash. Ravage will be dodged by that Omni Slash. Now Old Frog going to get some decent damage on Veraxis, but Veraxis did get his ultimate off. Ghost Ship is being dodged by Tar. Looks like Tar's going to focus on the objective and see if he can get rid of that pesky Roshan. Will get disrupted off. Who's going to get the Aegis? Looks like Old Frog claims the Aegis and Tar all by himself, and he is down for 2 minutes, and I think that is going to be good game. I don't think LSC can do anything about this without Tar.
I mean, they have they have 2-on-5 for the next 45 seconds.
45
His
seconds.
aim can just go on this queen as soon as he sees her. Like,
45 seconds is going to feel like a lifetime for LSC.
There's the X. The buyback is there, but the torrent goes up. She's going to try to use herself to save the AM's just going for these objectives. That was a nice ult. They do get the Aegis.
Anti-Mage just gets tired of that campaign, throws the Abyssal Blade. Will not be able to quite kill her. Ziggy going to get some okay damage to the Anti-Mage, but not a ton. And he just can't man-fight that Anti-Mage. He needs his buddy Tar, but Tar is nowhere to be found. 60 seconds left before Tar can even think about coming back, but I don't think Ziggy's going to be surviving 60 seconds. He gets bashed up again, and the Mana Void will take him down. Veraxis is the next target for Anti-Mage. Throws up the BKB, starting to look for targets. Ziggy is back in the fray, but his mana is already down to 1/4, and now just Anti-Mage bouncing back and forth between Ziggy and Veraxis. Finally getting a little low, but they are not killing him. He's just going to casually blink away. Here on the back line, Kunkka's going to send the AA up in the air and then finish him off with the Ghost Ship. No, we didn't get the X off. Well, that's fine. I'll just get the X off on this Veraxis guy and finish him off. Kind of an awkward call back from the... Oh, wow. Nope, Anti-Mage has a blink. Finishes him off. Actually, almost kills the Ancient Apparition with just the cleaving damage to the Battle Fury. They're doing a better defense than I thought they would, but it's Megas. I don't think as much. So he hunted down a Shadow Demon who is worth 709 gold. Oh my gosh. Fuck. Seb! Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage still hasn't died yet. 23, 0, and 11. Oof. I mean, definitely had some questionable calls on the split pushing, but in terms of not being a force to be reckoned with, he is that.
when you draft no stuns, it kind of just opens you up to these hard to hold on to heroes like this.
Yeah, and man, like, I think a first pick line over the Ancient Apparition would have been so helpful at this point in the game.
Yeah, because they're exactly in the same position that they were last game, right? Like, they just lack a catch.
And these Atos are just so slow, it's so easy to dodge them. Now they have the Mega Creeps. For Axis,
They just Veno ulted and AA ulted those illusions.
Yeah, they're desperate.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
LSC had the first racks, got way too big for their britches, and now they're in a Mega Creep situation. Yeah, I mean, this anti-mage, he gets Abyssal, but yeah, he BKBs and now Tar's the one in trouble. Ravage will be thrown out. Tar does get caught, but has absolutely no mana. Will get Abyssal Blade up. Tar needs some help from his friends. Looks like he will finally get out there. Echo will throw the ult off, hurting Mission Critical a little bit, but Tar just continually cannot keep health up. Cask will be tossed up. Tar trying to get away. Will he be able to redirect the Witch Doctor? He will. Tar will survive, but doesn't really matter. Ziggy's out there all by himself, getting beat down by this anti-mage. Ghost ships are just coming in for days. Omni Slash will finally start ravaging into the mission control, but it's not doing anything. There's the Omni Slash is just mission control are just so tanky, and then Ziggy just gets exploded by the Mana Void. Tar's seen if he can get this Tidehunter, but the Glimmer Cape will continue to protect them. LSC do not have any sort of vision anywhere around here. Kunkka is just kind of walking around, kind of baiting Tar to go for him. This Ancient is starting. There are creeps for days in LSC's base. Look at all this disaster of their base. The Ancient isn't taking a lot of damage. MC Penguin will finally likely go down. Yeah, but so does Tar, so this is definitely going to be GG. Oh my god. There are just so many creeps in their base, and the Ghost ships now come back for days. And LSC lose 2 games tonight in this opening round of the AD2L Contender League.
Well, it's the second week, but they
Oh,
did not
that's
have a
right.
series last
That's right. We weren't here, so it's our opening week. That's what
It
I meant,
is.
Legion.
You were totally right. I knew that's what you meant.
No, I
It
was
was just
not.
clarifying for everybody
Fail,
else.
Fail. Oh, well. That anti-mage. I think the theme of the night is stuns, right?
You gotta have some kind of catch. I mean, 2 games in a row they had 0 catch and got punished for it.
Oh man, he almost had 50,000 net worth. Crazy. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up the games this evening. Thanks so much for joining. We'll be back next week and maybe this weekend for another round of pub crawling. If you don't know what pub crawling is, you know how you can find out? Legion, you know how you can find out what pub crawling is?
Tune in this weekend.
Follow us on Twitch. That's the best
That's you.
way to stay up with what we're doing. You can check us out. We even have a YouTube channel, but man, catching us live is the only way to go. And the only way you can do that is following us on Twitch. Get that email notification, because email is amazing no matter what Legion says. For Maniac and Legion, I am Sequoia. We'll see you next week. Or maybe sooner. We'll just see.